Okay.
So Steve is at 70, 67, or a mystery amount for the first digit. It's either 6 or 7. He might have picked up some points. He was at 66 before. And I have to say, this is a very presentable looking commentary platform here with this is all looking good. This is very well done.
We are getting a little lag that we're getting worked out here. Got an encoding issue, so we're working on that. Be patient.
This looks to be the final 2 games going on here in the top 16. Eric Stone has a lead on Zach, and they're playing Old Chicago, and this game 5 between Jason and Steve. Well, that would be a good idea. I should open up Twitch on my phone.
My internet all of a sudden is not good.
Use that upper flipper. Doesn't get it in the mode to stick. Shoots the ramp on the fly. Make some progress towards those targets, towards multi-ball.
Chuck says it's looking good now. All right, so let's see.
And drains down the middle. Doesn't do much with that ball. Doesn't have much progress towards multi-ball. Jason's at 37. Steve's at 67. This is anybody's game here.
Winner of this will face Josh Anderson.
Okay, so Josh won 2 games in a row to come back and win that match in clutch fashion.
So ball 3 for Steve Bowden. He's under the gun here. He's really got to make something happen here. Although Jason, I mean, they're dead even about us at this point.
So as Steve waits, one matchup next round would be Alberto against Jerry. We've got Levy against Jay Steinberg from New Jersey.
Bob will take on the winner of Eric and Zach, which we're still sorting out.
All right.
Well, delayed with the sorting out of this. So. All right, here goes Steve, wearing his Mrs. Pin Womp headband.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mrs. Pin. She gave me a T-shirt. Her husband threw me a T-shirt. I'll wear that proudly at an event soon.
Very, very nice couple.
Yes, absolutely.
I
like all you podcasters.
Well, thanks.
Such nice people.
I introduced them to my son, and I said, this is Mrs. Pin. She's got a podcast. You can't listen to it. All right. Here we go.
So, Steve is going to want to attack the left ramp here and start his multi-ball.
He's lit the locks, right? Or at least he's got all 3 lit, right? I haven't been paying attention as I'm looking stuff up here to see where it's at.
I always found those upper flippers to be really awkward, and that was just an errant mistake there from Steve.
Yeah.
Leaves this match on the table, and his tournament life is at risk here. But Jason still needs 30 million points, which is not a gimme.
Yeah. If you're Jason, where do you go for that?
You're thinking mode. I mean, he doesn't have any progress towards the multi-ball. He doesn't want to shoot all those targets up the middle. The first mode that he starts could be, a couple shots away from winning him the game. So you can move your mode with there's 4 flippers. The buttons above the regular flipper buttons can adjust the mode. I know one of them, blackout, is a multi-ball. It's a 2-ball multi-ball. That might be wise.
Yeah.
There's one that's called Safe Cracker, I believe, which is sort of like a move your car style, shoot it up the middle, get increasing value. There's one that's Tank that's worth like 10 million points a shot. There's a couple modes here that could wrap it up for him pretty easily.
Scribble says go unlimited wizard mode.
Yes, that too. Oh, Sniper might be a good one. It's a hurry up.
Sniper. Okay.
But none of them are going to be gimmies. He's going to have to hit a couple shots to do it. So he's got his work cut out for him here with pressure on him.
Yep.
And a great performance from Jason so far this tournament. He ended up being the 24th seed, 1 point ahead of yours truly, and it was a very exciting end to the tournament, and always fun to see someone sneak in like that and then make a good run.
Yep. All right, what's he shooting for here?
Oh,
Nothing.
no.
Oh, Steve Bowden is going to advance.
An unfortunate drain there, but a great match between the two of them. Steve Bowden advances to the final 8.
Taking on Josh Henderson.
And it looks like Zach might have taken Eric to a game 5 because they are now on Transporter.
We still have a camera on Transporter?
Yes, we do.
Yep, we're switching over. Okay. So this is whoever wins this one advances to take on Bob Matthews in round 3.
So Eric, the reigning champion of Pintastic, facing possible elimination here. And this was his pick.
People do. I'm surprised so many people have picked Transporter.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Who are you apologizing to? Steven, come over. Come over here.
Steve,
Come on.
Steve, join us in the booth here.
What? I can't turn the camera towards. Stand behind. Why are you apologizing for that?
Because we both, two players who can play pinball, just scored 120 together on Judge Dre. I'm sorry.
Well,
but.
Hey,
you know.
That's
I
pinball, dude.
I struggled to break
pinball.
50 million the 2 times I tried Judge Dredd. So
get the ball and shoot a ramp.
Well, congrats, Steve, on the advance, and congrats on your new hire, man.
Yeah, we should mention, if you haven't heard, Steve Bowden hired by Deep Root Pinball. He's going to be moving out to Texas.
And while I will miss him very much, as he is one of my good friends, I'm super excited for him, and I dare say that I might maybe win a couple more local tournaments all of a sudden. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But I mean, who doesn't like Steve? Nicest guy in pinball.
Nicest guy in pinball is right. Both of them had a weak ball 1. Eric here is with a small lead,
Talking to himself
400,000.
there. Can you read lips?
Me, no.
All right.
I haven't had any bourbon today.
Zentron says always be advancing.
Yes, always be cashing, always be advancing.
Is that Nick? Zentron? No.
No. Zangitis is here somewhere. He unfortunately lost the first round, as did I, but at least Alberto is carrying on the honor of Team Oscar Blues.
He is really getting angry with this machine or something, or himself. I don't know. He's doing a lot of talking. I'd love to hear him.
Eric utilizing the strategy we saw before in multi-ball.
Oh, look at that, 2
Oh,
traps.
wow, he's just going to keep that
now,
there.
and lets them go.
Huh. Well, he used the ball to build the value a little bit. Let's see if he does it again here now.
No.
Nice save there. And yes, Eric is a very intense player even when he's crushing and winning. I mean, it's just, it's his nature, and it's awesome. I mean, I love watching him. I'm a huge fan of his, and that intensity is certainly one of the things that makes him so good.
He's going a little Josh Sharp on us here. He's
Hi,
yelling
Josh.
at himself. Not like this. No!
Oh.
He knew it. As soon as he shot that, he knew. Okay.
So wait, it says jackpot transporter complete. Did it award the jackpot? It did.
It did.
So that's what I'm talking about. He got the jackpot and was so angry that he drained. But I mean, that's a boom.
Or excited that he got it. I thought that he was upset for the drain, but I didn't realize he hit the jackpot.
So I'm not sure if it resets or if it gives the next player the chance to award the same value.
It's an easy way to find out.
But a lot of these games, once you get it, it resets, and it really is a huge advantage to be the first player in a game like this, actually.
Jackpot is still at $1 million.
At $1 million, but he got over 3 for
That's
it,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Are my eyes deceiving me? He's at $4 million now, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you know, in a game like this, if I was Zach, I would have chosen to go first, on the off chance that you could get that jackpot first. I mean, there's only a couple situations like this or Cyclone or games to that nature, but every once in a while it actually is better to be the first player. Mousing around, I guess.
Yep.
All right, so
Zentron says Josh is not as manic.
yeah, Josh is a very calm, angry.
Yes, he is. All right, so he's at 4.4. I don't know I can't tell what ball we're on.
I think this is ball 2, Jeff.
Okay.
So with the jackpot down low, it'll obviously keep building back up. So he's going to continue to play towards multi-ball, but he could also utilize that target to catch up 1 million a shot as well. The top score in qualifying this weekend, I believe, was just under 10 million. So 4.5 is nothing to blink at.
Not at all. Oh,
man.
and right down off those two targets and couldn't get it. So, yep, this is ball 3. You can see the replay being flashed. So,
Nice dead bounce there.
ooh,
Goes right back towards multi-ball progress.
Eric's very good at recovery. That's something I'm lacking at.
Beautiful save.
Look
Nice
at that.
dig.
Look at that. That's just unbelievable.
He feels very comfortable with his flippers almost always.
Yep.
And I remember watching him at PPO play Gorgar, and Doug had adjusted the Gorgar so that it was pretty much impossible to efficiently shats as many people do on Gorgar. But every like 20th time it would work, and I swear Eric just kept doing it until he got like a million. You know, he rolled it,
Yep.
and he shats like 100 times to do it, and it was just like never seen anybody do something like that.
So
All right,
he's in
back in multi-ball.
building, and he's building that value with the toilet bowl, as we like to call it. 2 shots to that.
Kickback still lit. And it might be one of the more lucrative kickbacks in pinball. I mean, that thing stays flashing for a while. There's a target. Making progress towards that jackpot.
Another one. Oh, he's getting 1 to go.
One
He
left.
got both on that shot.
And he opts to not cradle separate but shoot, and does not pay for it. Double trap again.
He's got it now. Oh,
And that's a
there
boom.
it is. Oh, he gets it on the rebound.
Another
Jackpot.
jackpot from Eric Stone.
So it looks like, yeah, got the million. And ran.
And
He's sitting in a good spot right now.
great work from Eric.
Just over 6 million. So Zach has got some chopping to do.
Misses the in lane up top, but he gets it back on the bounce over. There's a ramp.
There it is.
Nice save.
So this, you know, if I'm in this situation, I'm losing it. I'm basically just, how am I going to do this? You know, when you must have been in a situation like this as well, under the gun, and you've got a lot of points to do. Is there a way, something you do, just, you know, calm your nerves and just say, let's do this? I mean, how do players like you that are that good overcome something like this?
You know, I really feel like in any given situation, it's really hard to come back when you know that it's going to take so much work.
Yep.
But it's almost kind of freeing in that sense, right? It's like you already know that this is going to be close to impossible to do what you need to do, so just play your best and don't think about it. I mean, sometimes when it's a closer situation, I feel a little bit more stressed, where it's like, okay, I need to do this exact thing, hit 2 shots, and I won the game. And that's when it's like a little bit more nerve-wracking. I feel like Zach here can just, you know, play loose and try his best. I mean, he can't blame himself for losing to a strong game from Eric in Game 5 here. And you know what? He could do the exact same thing that Eric did. Get 2 multi-balls, maybe get 2 jackpots.
Yep.
And you know, it's one of those games where it doesn't seem hard to continue to get multi-balls, but it's certainly not easy to get those jackpots. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, it's one of these things where he's already made decent progress towards the next multi-ball here. And at $1 million, I mean, just shoot and not think about it, right?
You know, I've always said that pinball is such a psychological game as
Yep.
much as it is a physical game.
Yep.
Especially when you're in a situation like Zach is in, and you have this mountain to climb.
For that reason, sometimes I tend to, I don't think I do it in circuits, but back home I'll just walk away and not watch my opponent play.
Yeah, yep. I've started doing that, and it does help.
You know, if I don't know a rule or if I don't know something about a game, I'll watch. But
Yeah.
if that's not a
Oh,
concern.
and that's the kickback didn't help him.
All right, well, great match between Eric and Zach. Good showing from Zach Frey, taking Eric to Game 5 and a great run.
So Eric will advance to take on Josh Henderson.
And that will be a monumental match for sure. 2 of the top seeds, 2
So
of the highest ranked players in the tournament.
There's your bracket, round 3. Alberto Santana, Jerry Bernard, Levy Naiman, and Jay Steinberg. Josh Henderson and I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Josh Henderson and Steve Bowden are going against each other. Eric will take on Bob.
All right.
And that's your round 3 as we move on, making our way to the finals of this Pintastic Silverball Rumble. I'm Jeff Parsons, by the way, from the Pinball Players Podcast. This is Greg Pavarelli.
Hello, everybody.
From whatever you're from.
Queens, New York. It was a nice little convenient drive down here, only like 3 or 4 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Did you hit any traffic? Because boy, coming down from Maine, it was ridiculous.
There was like about an hour's worth of traffic, but it wasn't so bad. There, was a lot of rain on Thursday, so that held us up a little bit. But
we had to deal with all the people coming into Maine.
Oh right.
Because Maine is like that's where everybody goes on 4th of July. It's just we get packed, and the line was backed up in the traffic on the northbound lane, from the tolls in Maine all the way down to the end of Massachusetts, practically. It was crazy.
The one time I drove up to Maine for Pinmania, I did notice that it was a lot on and go. It was a small highway type situation. And I wonder, is that basically what you have to deal with all the time?
In the summer, on the holidays especially, because the highway is not the amount of people we have coming into the state. The highways can't handle it, and we just widened with one lane only 10 years ago, and already it's over its capacity. So it's actually something they're struggling with right now. And I'm thinking about trying to widen. This is talk, by the way, filling before we go to the next round. Thank you for joining us for this stream on Tilt. This is Mark Patino's Twitch channel. He streams a lot of stuff in the New England area, especially in Maine. He works at Arcadia National Bar, which if you're ever in Portland, great place to come and play pinball. Great vibe there, great location, and great food. They've just expanded, doubled their size, and a great place to play pinball. They've got a Total Nuclear Annihilation. I'm trying to think some of the games. They've got some of the latest turns. They've got Star Wars. They have Guardians of the Galaxy as well. And just a fun place to play if you're ever up there. Oh, great! My girlfriend's like taking pictures of me. Thanks so much. Where's my? Have you seen my son, by the way? He's what? His feet are killing him. Yeah, there's not a lot of places to sit. What? He's carrying a stool.
The best commentary booth pictures are the ones that are candid. You got to catch us when we don't see it coming, and it'll be like the best photo. Jeff will make it his Facebook profile picture. I definitely need to come check it out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good place, and our scene in Portland is constantly growing. We're getting with the New England Pinball League. We're getting more. We had a bunch of new players introduced to pinball that have joined through Arcadia. It's a great. They do table games. They do video games, and they've kind of introduced a whole new bunch of people to pinball, which is great.
I mean, you guys have one of the more massive leagues in the country. I mean, kind of like Pittsburgh or Seattle. You guys have a very large league, and if I'm not mistaken, you went back to the old format where everybody was playing together again for one A division in common.
Yep.
So everybody's ponying up the dollar fees, but it's going to be a much more lucrative final with a lot more people, right?
We just finished. Just about to finish. We got, because of Pintastic, a lot of people coming to Pintastic. We've got a couple of locations that are having their league this year, this week rather. But we're about ready for finals, and we're going to have it at Down the Road Brewery in Massachusetts. Just recently opened up. They've got some great games too, and my girlfriend who was just taking pictures. This is the way it always works. We go to some place. I play pinball. She goes and does other stuff. She was on the beach all day while I'm here playing. So she loves that place because she loves the beer, and I play the pinball, and it's a lot of fun. Interesting dynamic we have as a couple where one doesn't play pinball but the other does. Everywhere we go, she finds, especially Pinburg, she loves touring the city of Pittsburgh while I play, and it works.
We're lucky that we go to a lot of great cities to play in this hobby, and I've personally thanked Josh for making me go to Denmark and all these different places, Toronto. I wouldn't have traveled to these countries if it wasn't for pinball, and I've seen so many great cities that I probably wouldn't have gone to otherwise. For those of you that haven't been to Seattle, you got to get there. I mean, it's literally the craziest pinball scene ever. And I was talking to Chuck about maybe we could do something with NEPL down the road one day, where I could try to see if I can organize New Jersey, New York to be involved somehow. But I really think it would be great if if the players back home wanted to be involved. The only concern I have is if they're willing to drive to the finals. I know I would love to,
Yeah.
and you guys have one of the more elite, prestigious finals. So many great players. You guys give out a pinball machine,
Yep.
and I know it used to be at
Pinball Wizard.
Pinball Wizard,
Yeah.
which is insane. But is it going to rotate now? It's going to move around.
Well, yeah, we're trying to find a place that will accommodate all the players, and that's, when we've got over 250 players. About 250 is what we do, and to be able to we'd love to do it. It used to be everyone went to finals, so
Right.
you got a shot at it.
A, B, C,
Yep.
and there was
in your
good payout
division.
and everything.
Yep. And in fact, it was equal payouts over all the divisions, which is kind of unheard of, but it's very welcoming to new players.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that.
Gives players a chance. I've got a chance to win just as much as the winner of the whole thing in
Right.
my division, which is great.
Right.
But ever since Pinball Wizard shut down in Pelham, New Hampshire, we just haven't had a facility that can handle everybody. So we've had to break it up a little bit, but it's doing well. People are enjoying it. We had a resurgence again this season, and hopefully it's only going to get better from here.
Awesome. Good stuff. And
So-
you know what? Diversity moving around is cool too.
Absolutely. It is a unique thing. Not too many leagues play over 4 or 5 states.
Oh yeah.
But
But you have to choose one place for the state value
Yes.
now. It's going to be
Yep.
Massachusetts. Is that
Yep.
how it's going to work?
Well, no, you can choose your state, but you have to. I think at the point you have to declare your state. Chuck, the president, if he's still on the stream, can correct me, but I believe you can pick the state that you're in if you want to, or declare a state. But I guess they're doing some work on one of the games. We're working on Old Chicago. Looks like it's been fixed at this point. But we're just hanging on to get ready for the semifinals.
List to get things signed by our special guests in the seminar room now. Please do not hesitate.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Do a little repair on Old Chicago would be good to go.
Quick repair, and then we will see the final 8 battle. I guess we could ask the chat. Does anybody have a preference as to what match we start off watching? We probably have the availability to pick any game that they choose.
Chuck says no, you don't have to declare a state. However, all Whopper points go to the state where finals are being held. So yeah, I guess
Right.
So you were right about that. Johnny, how do you join the scene in Maine? Just come out and play. We've got New England Pinball League plays 8-week seasons. You can learn more about it. I think the website's newenglandpinballleague.com. Chuck can correct me. He's in the chat. He can probably put the link in there for you if the Twitch stream allows. I think he's got it set so it will. We in Maine we play in Gorham, and we play at Arcadia National Bar in Portland. Rumford has a location as well if you're up in that area. And yeah, it looks like it's not going to put it in there, Chuck. NEPL.org. There you go for all the info. And I think those are the 3. Is there a 4th location? I can't remember. I know there's those 3 at least.
So one.
You're from Gorham. Yeah, come on out to John Reuters. That's where we play out there as well. So.
Well, that's a pretty cool place to be able to play all the time.
Yeah, you've been, right?
Yeah, really special place.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about that new parameter for NEPL, wherever the finals happen to be, and you're going to be moving them around from place to place, now that there's IFPA fees that go towards the state final,
Yep.
wherever the finals are that particular season may, drive certain players to play in that state because they got points from finals.
Absolutely.
And there might be more money with hundreds of people playing in the league. And that's cool too because, so many different people you could play against playing in different states. And me personally, I don't think I would opt to not play in New York since I spend so much time playing in Brooklyn, but I've seen Trent and various other people just choose a different state every year, and it works for certain people. And it's a cool different aspect to it now that there's money involved, and certain states are rising up to the occasion. Like Ohio has more money than I think was anticipated, and I was looking at it the other day. I think there's $9,000 total in the state funds so far through June.
Wow.
And a couple states are up over 1,000, meaning they're approaching being on pace for super states, which would be top 24 instead of top 16. It's gonna be a lot of fun next January or February when we do it. A lot of news coverage and stuff like that.
The hobby's growing constantly, and it's great. We're getting more and more players. I really don't. I keep thinking, when are we going to reach that saturation point? We're like, okay, we've topped out, but people keep discovering this game, which is awesome.
I think sky's the limit. I mean, look at stuff like Hearthstone or World of Warcraft or stuff like that, or PUBG. Like, online gaming is so much bigger than this, and I'd like to think as people continue to love pinball and find out about it, it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger.
I think it's definitely got a big hill to climb to reach something like Hearthstone or
Fortnite. I'm not saying it ever will. I just mean to say,
But yeah, there's an audience for it, I think, and with more and more streams on Twitch and it getting your front page once in a while, I think that's a help. And as much as people, a lot of people in the community will say this whole thing with Supreme putting out that game, like that's awful. That got a lot of attention to this hobby.
Yeah, and it's actually a fun game.
And it's a little weird looking, not what you typically expect. But that's a great move for Stern to do stuff like that.
I could say firsthand that
you played it, right?
Yeah, it's at Sunshine. So Sunshine has a good mix of pinball players and random walk-in people that aren't pinball players in general. But since it showed up, I can tell you a lot of people are paying attention to it, playing it, looking at it, people that otherwise may not be hyper-focused on pinball. And you know what? If that works for 5-6 people that walk into the bar that are like, oh, wow, that's cool, I didn't know there was a Supreme Pinball machine, it's succeeding at what it was supposed to do.
Yep. All right, so we're back at the action. We got Levy, Naiman, and Jay Steinberg. Levy just started on Judge Dredd and tilted out. So
on a 0?
Yeah, well, I can't tell if he got it.
Oh, I know. You know what? I think the DMD is hiding the score.
I think he's going to go adjust that camera as soon as he gets a second.
But Judge Dredd is certainly the popular choice so far since we started.
He's got 250,000.
Okay.
So we'll get the camera adjusted here in a little bit. But yeah, we kind of came into it just as he was tilting.
Yeah. So the ball save is off. It was probably about to be a house ball, and he just went for the tilt here. So.
So yeah, I don't think we're going to see the same issue that we had with Eric at all. But
if and when, we'll have to figure out a ruling then. We'll have to ask Jim to.
So again, if you're not familiar, to light locks, you want to hit the drop targets in the center that spell Judge. Once you start multi-ball, after you make your locks on the left ramp up into that dead world saucer spinner thing, you'll hit your jackpot with the right behind the G. There's a scoop in there, and that's your jackpot shot. So that's from multi-ball, and then there's the modes, obviously, some worth more than others.
Okay, better view of the score there.
Too far. Unfortunately, he can't see where he's pointed, so not quite on center, but we got the score now.
So you can adjust your modes with the other flipper buttons. There's 4 flipper buttons. You can move left to right. As you see, there's about 10 different modes. Looks like Levy's got it on, I believe, Safe House possibly, or Sniper. And the left ramp will start the mode. And another
double warning.
Only 2 dangers. Levy lives on another day without the beef.
He is not afraid to move that thing across the floor, that's for sure.
Levy is one of the best players I've ever seen
and it
moving
goes
a
into
game.
the outlane.
So he was in Safecracker, but he did not cash it in.
So not the best start for for Levy, but Jay steps up for ball 2 now. This is weird that the camera's on us all the time to watch this.
I don't mind.
I don't think they're paying attention to us, but. All right.
It adds some level of
hey,
real live,
Sure. This is what I look like. I apologize. All right. Underway for ball 2.
I should tell Levy he'd be more than happy to bring me some G Fuel while I'm in the booth. Trust me. All right, so Jay wants to mount a lead here. He's got some progress towards the multi-ball with the targets up the middle. It looks like he's got his mode on. I believe that might be Blackout, which is a 2-ball multi-ball. And there's a ramp. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, Blackout, but it double drains. There's no ball save.
Wow, okay.
Wow, unfortunate start there.
They are both having a rough time with this one. Well, we saw the same thing with Steve Bowden in his game. They both didn't put up very good scores, and he came and apologized.
I've got a feeling these guys might not come and apologize, but
yeah, I'm guessing
hopefully
no.
they both blow it up and we see a good game here. I think Judge Dredd, it was a tough one in this bank. I mean,
yeah, it plays tough. I mean, you wouldn't think so after seeing what Eric Stone did, but it is a tough playing game.
Levy got some good side to side there.
Still trying.
Needs
Still
to,
hasn't
needs
got a
to slow it down, but oh my
there's the
goodness.
tilt. Oh.
And that is going to be game 1 for Jay.
Yep.
Levy could not get it going.
And he is not happy. But Jay will with another very slow scoring game.
Yep. Hey, I guess there's a very brief ball save.
I guess, yeah. There, all right, so just like that.
And Levy immediately walks over. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's writing something down. I thought it was going to the next game. So it looks like right now we've got Josh is playing Dolly. Bob is playing Pinbot. Jerry is on Incredible Hulk. None of them have cameras on them, so maybe we will move to whatever game Levy chooses.
Mark is over there talking with them now, I guess asking where they're headed. So.
All right, I'll see if we can move the camera really quick. Looks like he wants to play Elvis, but he's going right into it.
Going right into it, so I guess we're not.
Is there a camera on Elvis? No.
It's on Judge Dredd and.
All right, we'll try to do
we're still on
something here.
Transporter.
See if we can do something here. Be right back, folks.
All right. So thanks for your patience, guys. We only have 2 camera rigs, and it's a little tough to move them once somebody started playing. You don't want to get in their way. So hopefully the coverage has been decent on your end. When we get to finals, I think we'll definitely be able to get them to pause before they start the game and get a camera moved. And it is warm in this room. At one point I got a cool blast of air. I don't know what happened with it. Someone opened a door, and it's hot outside too, so I don't know. Ooh, that's nice, but it went away. It's still a little warm in here. We are, by the way, in the vendor room where they are all set up with their games that they're looking to sell. And a lot of them packing up already. Looks like Jersey Jack's got their area packed up. And then across the way here at Pintastic, in the room on the other side of the building, is the free play area where people are bringing their games from home to also sell if they'd like, and set them on free play. Of course, no one puts tournament players in the vendor room. Well, that's what we did here. That's Mark right in the center of the camera. He's the one that runs the on tilt channel here. Wearing the Stern shirt. Oh, he's coming back over here with something here. Oh, right back. This is the Pintastic Silverball Rumble. We are in round 3 if you're just joining us, and just finished a game on Judge Dredd, looking to move the camera here in a little bit. We weren't able to get it over in time to the game before they started on Elvis, so we're kind of in a holding pattern. Looks like we're adjusting. What's he doing? Oh, grabbing it and spinning it over to Old Chicago. You going to Old Chicago?
Yes, we are going to see Jerry against Alberto Santana on Old Chicago. This was Jerry's pick, so
really?
I assume
we haven't seen
that,
Old Chicago yet.
I assume that Alberto won Incredible Hulk. I don't know how deep into it is, into their match they are, but I have gotten some G Fuel at the ready, so I can stay lively for this commentary booth.
Was Levy handing out packets?
No, ever since Never Beef came to be, it seems that Levy, Paul, and myself, even though I'm not part of Never Beef, I just seem to have G Fuel on me at all times now, because at the New York City Pinball Championships, there was like a whole buttload of it, and I just filled my pockets.
That was a fantastic sponsorship they scored.
Absolutely.
I got to try that one of these days. All right, so looks like we've got Jerry stepping up for ball 1 on Old Chicago. Bounce and bounce and bounce and hits the lit lane. And gone. This is a tough playing game too.
And you know, when you go beef to booth, the G Fuel makes you feel a little bit better. Jerry is a master of this game. I can tell you firsthand, having played at Steve Keeler's place for 4th of July, which is coming up actually. We had a high score tournament for Project Pinball on this, and I had put up like 300, and Jerry came back to crush that. And he is really comfortable on this style game. He loves EMs. Very accurate and good at making nudge saves. It's definitely his wheelhouse.
They have this set to 1 player at a time. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it might be something. So they won't play in groups. Or won't play same game, player 1, player 2. They'll play separate games.
So for those that don't know Old Chicago, the spinner on the left side builds the bonus and spells Old Chicago. You see that green light in the middle is double bonus, which is ball 3 and ball 5 every game.
Okay.
You can collect the bonus at that saucer in the middle. It's a repeatable shot, but the feed can be squirrely, and as you see, there's more out lanes than you prefer.
Oh yeah.
So I think extra ball is the targets on the right, but that would have been more useful in qualifying, not here. So,
and those pop bumpers down by the flippers are never good either.
so this is presumably ball 4.
I did not choose to play this game because
Oh yeah,
That's what makes me nervous.
I like the game, but I wouldn't play it in a Papa-style ticket. It's too stressful.
Yep.
So this is presumably ball 4, but we don't have the camera on the right score. That's Dolly Parton, I think.
No, that's Old Chicago.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Yep.
My bad. I just can't see the. Okay.
It's where the angles. It's
Don't
tough
mind
to see,
me.
but I see 53,680 is what it looks like.
Obviously, I need this G Fuel. All right. So 50,000 is a formidable. 55 is a formidable score here for Jerry. He's up at 5,000 bonus. It looks like.
And if you collect that bonus, does that clear it, or does it just collect in?
No, it stays. That's why that middle shot is very lucrative. And this is ball 5 here. And that plunge up top is super important. You want to make sure you get your bonus each plunge. The light moves with the slings up top, but having a guaranteed bonus.
Oh, look at that nudge.
Nice nudge.
Oh, I don't know if those went down. I can't tell.
Oh.
Wow. And hits the collect bonus.
All right. Now the collect doesn't double.
Okay.
The double is only for the end of the ball, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. But that
will be the end of the ball there. So, an end of the game. So it looks like 79,240 for Jerry. 79,240. All right.
And you know, that's a good enough score to win for sure.
Yep.
And this game never comes with easy points. I mean, like, it stresses me out even looking at it, let alone playing it. But like, almost everything you want to do, Jeff, is putting you in danger. The game never slows down. Those out lanes are, you know, basically once the ball's by those bumpers, you're just kind of praying and nudging, and there's no certainty.
Here's Alberto, who's been having a great couple of weeks between Pinmania and
hey, look at these guys, highest rank ever,
Pintastic.
20th and 21st.
Look at that. And he hits the lit lane. And into the collect.
Nice catch there.
Oh, that's trouble. Yep, that's pop.
Sitting at 8 after ball 1.
8160. Bouncing, he gets it. Nope. Nope. It looks like it's going to go, and then
I said it's stressful, but it is also kind of goofy fun, right? It's just like.
It was a different era then. Oh, and he's out on that one. So puts him at 15,810.
That is a beautiful dog walking by us. Sorry, ADHD moment. All right.
Ooh, not even able to switch the lit lane.
Nice catch there. Flutters. And he went to shoot the collect at only 2,000, which is a little bit strange because the spinner is usually your option there. If you rip that spinner on the left, it increases the bonus. But Alberto just wants to attack, and that's nice save.
Nice save. So dangerous on the underside of those pop bumpers.
See what
There
I
it
mean?
is. Yep.
It's evil.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, usually you know when you're about to drain.
Yep.
This game robs that ability from you. It's
Happens
just
in no
like,
time.
good luck.
She's sitting at 25, 230. Hits the lit lane and recovers.
This is
That
ball
looked like it was
4
gone.
now.
Nice.
Danger
Get
zone,
out-
but he pops
get
it out.
of there, yep. Constantly trying to get it out from underneath those pops.
Nice.
Yep, nice.
Welcome to Pintastic New England. The Metro will be closing at 9 p.m. in 3 hours.
Ooh, wow.
Do not forget to
Such-
get your parts and merchandise.
Oh,
Beautiful flipper action there to save it, and the pop bumpers are keeping him alive.
holy.
But he's only at 30,000, I believe now, if I'm seeing correctly.
Yeah,
So he still has a ways to go.
30,230.
All right, his bonus is at 4 now.
And out.
And he's going to be at.
So 36,280 is
He
where
needs
he's
to.
at.
He needs to double his score plus some, and his bonus is doubled. Maybe someone in the chat can refresh my memory. I don't believe the collect counts double in the middle. I might be wrong. If I am wrong, that would be the
Wow.
possibility. Oh,
No
man,
chance.
as I try
No
to
chance.
utter some words.
So he finishes with 41,110, not enough.
And that's old Chicago.
Yep, sure is. And that ties it up with one win apiece between Jerry and Alberto.
All right.
So
And
now we'll see where we go from here.
I see. Looks like Levy and Jay are now on Pinball. Or no, that looks like Dolly Park.
Transporter now, Eric Stone versus Bob.
Okay.
Eric's blowing it up, nudged the machine and added a third player.
Oh.
So now we're, I guess,
You want to switch to transporter? What ball are they on?
they're on ball 1.
Okay, you want to switch to transporter?
Yeah, I'll probably just switch it. I'm gonna go see what they're calling. But
Okay.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but I figure the game just started. So
Okay. All right. Looks like we may be going to transporter.
More transporter in our future.
Eric
All right.
Stone. Forget who Eric's playing. Pull it up there.
Wow, Bob Matthews was once ranked first in the world.
Playing Bob Matthews. All right.
At dinner last night, I think Bob was saying something to the effect that he's been playing pinball for 40 years.
I would not doubt that at all. And he's an excellent player.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
Wearing a Pinmania shirt and
It's
a
a popular choice.
I think that might be the 2009. Pinmania, by the way, been around for 12 years
Yep.
and a precursor to Pinburg. In fact, actually, Pinburg was kind of Bowen had some help with creating Pinmania, and that's kind of spun off into a bigger thing, which is Pinburg. So.
And it's also structurally very comparable to a shortened version of
Yep.
the IFPA format in a way, sort of. It's 4-player game, 3 games at a time. It reminds me of it as well.
Close to 5 billion. Added the third player. They have to restart.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Incorrect
So-
number of players. They have to restart the game and put the correct number of players.
So someone added a third player during ball 2?
Ball 1. So Eric.
I mean, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Player 2 accidentally hit the start button, adding a third player. Player 1.
Player
Oh, they started the game with 3 players.
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
I don't know
All
if
right.
it was due to a nudge or they just pressed the button, but either of them noticed.
Okay. So they're restarting their game on transport. Are we able to switch to that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There we go. So, Eric and Bob restarting on transporter.
Well, it was a practice session.
There you go.
Nice little pass over there. Pinmania's got some great history, and there's a lot of really big name winners over the years.
There are.
Steve
Josh
Bowden,
Sharp
Josh
being one of
Sharp,
them. I remember when I
Bowen Cairns now.
announced it on Tilt Forums, Josh put a link to his win in IFPA and mentioned this is not a major, just so you know.
I was thinking about what negative thing I was going to say as a joke, and then I guess Josh self-depreciated for me.
He did it. All right, so 451,000 on ball one for Eric, and Bob Matthews steps up. He was at Pinmania this year and did well. Didn't quite make the finals, but he finished strong. Very nice guy too.
Absolutely.
Met him for the first time at Pinmania this year. I knew of him for quite some time. All right, then out.
Bob is not only a very nice guy, but he's also a historian of EM games. I believe he might be writing a book, I heard.
He
But
mentioned that he's working on that.
So for Pinburg one year, he did like his breakdown of old games, and one of his sayings is "up top all day," which happens to reign true for a lot of different style of games.
Absolutely.
And that's a huge asset because I don't know about you, but as comfortable as I feel on most pinball machines, at Pinburg, the older games sometimes are the ones where I'm just like, great, another game I've never played before. And up top all day is usually a pretty safe way to go about just eking out a point or two. All right, so Eric is at 600 here. He's got some progress towards the multi-ball, the lock slit on the left ramp.
He made an excellent pass off the post in the middle. Bounced it off the post over to the other flipper. I don't know if it was intentional, but it looked it.
There's
like it was
a lock.
intentional, and it was great. So, was that ball already? He's got two, or was that one already locked?
Yeah, the multi-ball is now ready on the
Okay.
right side there. And there it goes.
All right, here we go into multi-ball. He, on
Now-
his last time playing this, hit a big jackpot, a progressive jackpot on this for about $4 million. I don't believe that's where it's at this point. And up
That's the
top,
one thing we
there's
can't see, but it adds some excitement when we find out when someone gets a jackpot.
Yep.
How many points did they get?
So to get the jackpot, he's got to knock down the drop targets.
All right.
There's one. And it has to be done in order. There's two. And the third. Oh, no, maybe not. Looks like he hit that.
See, another byproduct of beef to booth is I find myself thinking, damn, I wish I knew all this stuff about this game. I probably would have played it in qualifying. Because it really does have like a nice, simplistic,
It does.
safe approach to it.
Yeah.
You know?
But not one I really wanted to play in this tournament. Okay, so he needs the one shot. And missed. And misses.
But makes a
And
save there and goes back to L1 position.
got it.
And there is the
Jackpot.
jackpot.
Special awarded as well. He hits the special. I don't think there's
All
points
right,
for this.
it looks like he got probably $1 million.
About $1 million. Yeah, I think that's where it's been sitting since it's been hit. So he just did hit something where he got a decent amount of points as well. I think he said, I don't know what to do now, is what it looked like.
He might have picked up that target at 500,000 because it was at 1.9 and now he's at 2.4.
Could be. All right, so back
Back into control, separates. Nice tip over.
So now you have to do them in the reverse order, it looks like.
That's cool.
And he does. Another jackpot.
No, it didn't
Or
award
no,
a
there
jackpot.
wasn't a
I guess
jackpot.
maybe now he can relight. Now he's eligible to get another jackpot, perhaps.
Okay, all right.
I'm on the fly speculating here,
We're
but
still learning the
all right.
intricacies of this game.
Nice tip save there, breaks the trap, but nice nudge there on the right out lane. He almost drained out a multi-ball there. And Eric certainly feels comfortable on transporter. And the kickback had just turned off, Jeff.
Zentron says in the chat, to you, Greg, they streamed you playing and qualifying, and broadcasters mentioned you weren't aware of the top right flipper cradling ball.
Yeah, I was basically playing this game on a throwaway ticket, just so I had a feel for the shots in case I had to play it in finals. and I honestly knew that that ticket was going to get rejected. So as I was just trying to learn the shots, I was probably very like, not, I wouldn't say dejected as much as I was just kind of just like playing around. But I was definitely shooting on the fly and struggling with that bowl shot and thinking, wow, this doesn't seem like an easy approach. But I also didn't even realize you could do both in the multi-ball. So, hey, that's the beauty of learning stuff in the booth. If I ever have to play Transporter again.
So Bob is just about ready to get his locks lit. He does, and he gets it in the out lane. So he's struggling here on this one. But he is going into ball 3 with his locks lit.
All right, dead bounces over. Hunting another multi-ball. All right.
There's that.
Lights the ramp.
Oh, didn't make it.
Just barely.
Ooh, jeez. Very good on him to know that might just dribble off the edge there. I wasn't expecting. I thought he had him trapped.
And he's the second player that we saw kind of struggle with that pose transfer a little bit. I think it's got an awkward sling.
There's one lock.
Advances the
2x
bonus.
multiplier. Lit. Nice. I certainly have gotten a new appreciation for this game after seeing some of this play. And now I'm starting to see now why people are going for this. I didn't want to try it, but the more I'm learning about this game, the more I'm thinking next time I give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, they're staying in control. You have to survive some targets.
No. So he ends up with 3.7.
Solid game from Eric.
Yep. So.
And Bob won the first game, so this is an important win here for Eric. Bob can take a huge momentum swing if he comes back here. And 3 is not too far away that it's really just one good multi-ball can do it.
Yep. He's got 2 in the lock.
What's up with this light show? What causes it? It's just like random.
Know. It's
all right, the multi-ball is ready now. And he gets rejected. It looks like a shatsable game. I wonder if the post transfer is not working. Well, maybe it would go up and over. I don't know.
Having a hard time finding that shot.
Oh, on the fly.
Getting control. And he's
there
got
it is.
All right, into multi-ball. This is where he needs to really get some payoff here.
All right, hits the bowl. Oh, double drains.
No. He's trying to get control of this.
So did one ball come back, or was it 4 balls in play?
I saw 4 balls. I mean, there were 2 that went down, and there's still 2 in play, and I don't.
All right. Unfortunately, a quick multi-ball there. Did not cash in. Bob's going to have to go back to the drawing board and go right back to the multi-ball. All right. And I think that was just, he wanted to flip it there and it just popped out.
One ball was saved by kickbacks, Entron says.
Okay.
That would explain it.
All right, there's the trap he wants. Takes a deep breath and booms the ramp.
Oh, bad
man,
bounce.
nothing
bad
you could
bounce.
do there.
Nope.
And those pops have been kind of mean to people. We've seen it go straight down the middle. We've seen it fly at the right out lane. It's a controllable game, but those pops are your worst enemy, I guess.
So this will tie it up, 1 win apiece for Eric and Bob as they move into the third game.
So Jerry and Alberto are still battling. I don't see Levy
setting
sitting
up-
down.
We're setting up on, I can't tell if it's Elvis or the Incredible Hulk.
Are we still getting we're still getting match updates? Where are those coming from, by the way? It's amazing. I feel like every single time we go to a game, the record is updated. He's typing it in.
He's updating them as we.
All right.
Yeah, the Greg Patino, who runs on Tilt, has been doing a great job behind the scenes
Yep. Please like and subscribe, everybody.
by moving cameras around, keeping stats updated here on your screen so you can see where the wins are at, and he's just been doing a great job with putting this stream together.
God, this tropical G Fuel is delicious.
There's your bracket right now.
Okay, Jay defeated Levy 3-1.
Defeats Levy, moves on to the semifinals.
And this is one of Jay's best performances. Congrats to him on a strong showing here, making the Final Four of the Pintastic.
Yeah, Levy. They both had a tough time on that Judge Dredd. Levy especially with that tilt after just a.
And a great tournament from Levy Naiman, as can be expected. Put up huge scores in qualifying.
All right, so this is Elvis, Stearns Elvis, designed by Steve Ritchie.
And now we're focused.
Just getting everything dialed in here.
So this is game 1 according to the record, but we don't know if that.
So Josh Henderson and Steve Bowden. I assume Josh is the one who picked this.
If it is game 1, I imagine so, because Josh was the higher seed.
Yep.
So Elvis has a lot of stuff going on. There's that multi-ball, which is the scoop just to the left of the right ramp. Each time you get it in there, you light lock, collect lock, 2 lock starts the multi-ball, and that's where the jackpot is. There's a second multi-ball in the upper playfield, which you feed with the left ramp. There's a number of different scoring modes, like blue suede shoes, rock something, it's a ramp mode. Gifts of Elvis, which is lit with those targets on the left and collected on the right orbit, gives you various mystery awards that are valuable. There's a lot of different ways to blow this game up and score points.
This to me seems like kind of an underrated game.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
I don't know if it's theme. I don't know. You know, it's a Steve Ritchie game. There's not too many games he makes that people don't enjoy. All right, lock is lit. Or, yeah, lock. No, sorry, he got one lock one.
Nails the ramp. So he's in.
Backhand the lock. No. That lock is lit, right? Am I
Yes,
not
yes.
mistaken?
So when it's flashing, it means you have to hit it to light the lock. When it's solid, it means that is the lock.
Gotcha. Okay.
2 lock starts the multi-ball. Picking off those Elvis targets on the left on the ricochets is good, because Gifts of Elvis, which is now lit on the right ramp, the right orbit, can be very lucrative. And didn't quite go all the way in. Nice nudge there, keeps it in control.
Get that shot down.
And that was interesting. He opted to not backhand the lock. He wants to shoot for. The extra ball is lit.
Ball is lit.
So if he hits the orbit, the loop with the upper right flipper, he gets his extra ball. It's worth 10 million in competition mode.
Wow. Okay.
There's
so he
lock
definitely
one.
wants to go for that. All right. Ball one locked. How do you light locks again? You went to. Oh, there it is. You got it. 10 million.
Yep. And getting it in that hole lights the lock, and then getting it again collects the lock.
Okay. So each lock to lock twice into the hole, and you got it.
The second multi-ball gets a little bit harder, but I think most people opt to backhand, not forehand.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that there wasn't some backhanding going on into that.
Nice live catch from the rejected ramp. Nails the left one. And up top there's a hole behind the house that locks balls towards Heartbreak Hotel. Multi-ball, which he just started. This is a lucrative multi-ball, 3-ball.
So the hotel is the jackpot?
Yeah, there is a jackpot up there, but I believe the lit shots, like the left ramp leading to it, also scores good points.
Okay.
Now the target just to the left of the lock is also the add-a-ball when lit. It looks like it's lit now. It's a red target. And in multi-ball, hitting those targets on the left count towards your Gifts of Elvis as well, which he just completed.
Still has the ball, a generous ball save going on here.
I think he collected that add-a-ball.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So now he's at 4 balls and counting, racking up good points here. Josh having a great start to ball 1. And he destroyed this game in qualifying, if memory serves. Great flipper action there. Nails it, almost gets the jackpot up top. And he's at 94 million now. Those points came so quick. I do think this multi-ball is far stronger than the jailbreak or jailhouse. Cradle separates. So the super, or whatever you want to call it, is the same shot that started it. He's going to want to hit that left ramp and hit the hole in the upper play field, which is what he's going for now. There it is. And gets it in. There it is. 3.4 mil. Awesome ball from Josh Henderson to start this match. 10 million in bonus is going to put him up over 100 million, 126 million. And you got to think he's loving that down 2-1, needing to win this game against Steve to force the game 5. Josh resiliently survived last round when he was down 3-2. Sorry, 3-1. 2-1. But Steve, the Pinball Terminator, as I like to call him, is no stranger to blowing up Stearns either, and no score is going to be safe here. Nails the left orbit.
Hello, welcome to Pintastic New England. Our last seminar
Nails the ramp, and now
Executive VP and Chief Creative
Heartbreak is open in the upper playfield for Steve as well.
Here are the Stern Pinball updates.
By the way, Josh put up in qualifying 147 million for third.
And he's now almost beat that on ball 1. But Steve had just started an All Shook Up, which is a ramp scoring mode, but unfortunately drained shortly afterwards. But he made progress. The upper playfield is open for his Heartbreak as well. So not happy with the points, but he did make some progress.
126. Wow.
Lifetime IFPA stats, 25 wins, 33 losses. Pretty close ongoing battle between these two heavyweights. And I love how Never Drain Software is so keen on showing different types of statistics.
Oh, Carl D'Angelo's a genius.
Yep.
Oh,
House ball from Josh, but he could afford one there.
Yep.
Easy come, easy go.
George Gomez. Right now, in the seminar here, the seminar will be starting in 5 minutes. George Gomez. In the seminar
All
here.
right. So Steve does have the advantage at least. He's got the 2 wins to Josh's 1, but he definitely would like to win this and seal the deal up right here.
Forehands the lock.
I'm surprised. Is it not backhandable?
It is. I think
You would think it'd be safer.
nothing to shoot for otherwise, but yeah, it definitely feels safer from the backhand. I've been chatting with
Whoa.
Steve. Nice save. He almost
Wow.
lost it there, but he digged it. I was chatting with Steve, and he said he felt like these flippers were a little bit off for him, and maybe that has something to do with his decision to go from left.
He did try the backhand there, but missed it. But he hit it on the left, so maybe that's just the way he'll do it.
There's the first lock.
Oh,
Nice
nice
nudge. Only
I
one
got a
danger. Oh, and he gets it. Gotta get it in there, and here we go. Here's his multi-ball. So if you shoot the hotel up top, you get gold records, which are millions. And his add-a-ball is lit on the left target, just to the left of the lock. He just
And
collected
hit it. Yep.
Going up to 4 balls now. And this is going to be Steve's chance to make a comeback here. This is a very lucrative multi-ball. And in the process of ricochets and misses, he's going to be lighting his gifts for when he comes out of it. There's a ramp up top, but he did not cash in the hotel with the upper flipper. And it's so challenging to pay attention to 3 flippers at once when you've got 3 balls in play. And that ends the multi-ball. He's just at 30 million. Just under 30 million. And really, when Josh cashed in his heartbreak, the points came really fast. Like, when the ball save turned off, he was already at 100. He nailed a bunch of shots in a row. Nice nudge.
You got it. All right. Oh, wow. Just saved it, and then they hit that on the left and never go in the out landing.
All right. 100 million cushion and counting.
All 3. Josh had pretty much had a house ball in the last one.
So, as you said, a likable title in Elvis. I guess everybody loves Elvis. He's the king of rock and roll, but one of the most lucrative modes in this game is called King of Rock and Roll, and it's one of the gifts of Elvis Awards. It's a timed mode, but those king targets up top will be 5 million a shot during that round. And I don't know what the max you can cash in, but certainly you could pick up several million from that mode. I'm thinking of different ways that Steve's going to try to surmount a comeback here. Encore, 500,000.
I look at that, see, it says gift of Elvis, and all I can think of is gift from the elves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute, it's the wrong game. These games actually came out, those 2 games actually came out pretty close to each other. Lord of the Rings and Elvis.
All right.
Gift from the elves. Video mode.
So this video.
Oh, this is like DDR or Guitar Hero. Yeah.
So it looks a lot easier than it ends up being, at least for me. I'm not very good at video modes. This one's fast.
Oh man.
He must have done this a couple times already or something
so.
like that.
Look at that.
I don't remember seeing him do it though.
He's not doing terribly.
I don't believe it ends up being super lucrative, but at least worth $1 or 2. All right,
4. That's not bad. It's good cash.
Nails that orbit, the upper flipper. That's the second time. One more time we'll start. Oh, it didn't go all the way around. If you nail that shot 3 times in a row, it starts blue suede shoes. Reasonable scoring mode.
Yes, then 4 flippers. There's 2 on the bottom. There's 1 on the upper play field and 1 on the right, halfway up the play field.
And the newest Stern, Iron Maiden with 4 flippers.
Yep.
I'm a fan of that. I like it.
Yeah, that Iron Maiden is just an amazing game.
All right, reopens up the hotel. Great nudge there.
And he's in the lock.
All right.
Jailhouse Rock.
So both of them seem to be like ignoring this multi-ball for the most part up until just now.
Yep.
Whereas idiots like me over-focused on it. And
yeah, Josh seems to know what he's doing here, that's for sure.
I'm realizing that the left ramp to the upper playfield is probably the way to go, because I feel like Heartbreak was much more lucrative than Jailhouse. But the supers in this multi-ball can start getting bigger and bigger. If you can trap up on the left and use your right flipper to just keep backhanding that shot, the value gets higher and higher, and you can get some good value out of this multi-ball. There's another 2.2.
Bob Matthews has eliminated Eric Stone, won 3-1.
Wow, nice work, Bob. He was struggling to even get above the line the first day of the tournament. We had dinner Friday night, and he was below the line or close, and he came back today, punched his ticket, rolled right through, and has eliminated the reigning champion. We will have a new Pintastic winner. With Lyman didn't play, Eric is now eliminated. I'm not sure if any of the people left has ever won, but certainly it will be a different winner from the last couple years.
So that means in the semifinals we'll have Jerry Bernard versus Jay Steinberg.
Oh, wait a second. It says Eric Stone advanced. Are you sure that information was
Oh.
right? Maybe it was reversed?
Is that right?
Did you mean Eric or Bob?
Bob wins.
Oh, you know what? We saw Eric take the 2-1 lead on Bob, didn't we? Because he won Transporter.
Bob wins versus Eric Stone.
All right, so either the bracket is wrong or the paper we were just given is wrong.
This says Eric Stone winning 3-1. The bracket's
Sorry,
correct.
guys.
Okay.
Fake news.
Yep. All right. Sorry, fake news, and we apologize. So, yeah, it'll be.
Still a great job by Bob. Still congrats to Bob on a well-played tournament, as can be expected of him. Always in it to win it, but the Stone rampage, or whatever you want to call it, lives
still
on.
So Jerry Bernard taking on Jay Steinberg in the semifinals, where Eric Stone will take on the winner of this match.
You know, we've in my circle, we've started utilizing the term GOAT for the guys that are the best in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, Keith is the GOAT, but like, it feels like there's pseudo semi-goats,
There are plenty
and
of
Eric
them.
is getting to that place where he's starting to feel like, I expect him to win Pinburg, or
Yep.
like, I think he's going to win a major soon, you know. And great to see his continued strong play. And Steve is battling here. Needs about 150 mil on this ball, but
It can be done. We've already seen it from Josh. So we'll block. He's not going for it.
there's a gift.
Gift from the elves. Video mode again.
Oh, level 3?
Level
All right, so it
3.
just chooses your level, so it's going to be fast and valuable. And it looks like Steve Bowden is good at video games.
And yes, I'm going to call this gift from the elves from now on. I just don't like video modes. It's
Yeah,
not,
I
it's
mean,
not pinball.
Star Trek Next Generation I am very good at because my memory is okay.
6.6 million. That's not bad. Definitely a help.
All right, gets the in lane there. Gifts of Elvis is lit again. And at some point we're going to...
And that's going to do it. And he tilts out.
I was saying we're eventually going to see the King of Rock and Roll mode, but
Yep.
that ties the matchup. We're going to see a Game 5 to see who is moving on to play against Eric Stone. In the other part of the top 4, Jerry Bernard is playing against Jay Steinberg. They have probably not commenced yet. I think they're going to wait.
They'll wait until the entire round is ready.
And I never really pick someone I prefer to win in these kinds of situations. I'm happy to see anybody win, but I always love it when we get to see a Game 5 for all the marbles. At IFPA, there's a tendency for the matches to go to the best of 9, to go to the distance, and you know, you're friends with everybody. You want to see all these great players do well. It's like, for me, it's just like, go the distance. Let's see this bloodbath go forward. And you know, game choice for Steve here.
We'll be going to X-Men.
X-Men.
Is what it looks like. X-Men or 9-ball. It's in between those, but it looks like it's pointing towards X-Men.
And this X-Men is playing quite nice, except for the fact that the ball save is off.
Yep.
And otherwise, it's very shootable.
Wolverine is removed, and it's a captive ball.
Yep. Which I actually kind of like that
Yep.
because that plastic toy is annoying usually. It's a little bit harder in a sense because it's
Yeah.
a smaller target, but I feel like the return from the ball is
Yeah.
a little bit more predictable.
John Borg stopped by earlier, and Levy asked him, "What do you think about that?" And of course, he doesn't like it. You know,
Yeah.
because it's his design. I get it. It's not what he intended. He mentioned at one point that the original design was to have Wolverine actually have a hand that just comes and sweeps the ball, and one of
Right.
those things just didn't work out. But that's what they went on, and he
Do we
he
have
likes
a
it having
camera?
that.
Do we remember that?
Yep.
Oh, great.
Got it. We're gonna switch over here in a second.
So the fact that these pinball machines, new in box, cost $5,000-6,000. Not that I've ever really been an operator, but I've befriended and worked with so many of them. That plastic toy does eventually break.
Yeah, and that's the reason.
Who wants to deal with
Yep.
spending hundreds of dollars on replacement parts and stuff like that too? I mean, they hold up pretty good, but I totally am a fan of the mod, so
Yep.
to say.
All right, so Steve Bowden is starting off on X-Men, and it's a quick ball for him.
All right, so Jeff, how do you like to approach X-Men?
I'd like to avoid it at all costs.
All right.
I like to not play this game if I don't have to. It's a tough one for me.
Before they get into since he tilted, I think we have a couple seconds here. I'll try to do a quick synopsis.
Yep.
So the left and right side targets, Brotherhood and Hellfire, if you hit them 5 or 6 times, I believe, those light the villain. For multi-balls, they start off as 3-ball multi-balls with a propensity for an add-a-ball. Lights all the shots, and then when you hit a shot, it lights Wolverine. They can be quite valuable. Magneto is those targets in the center, flashing green. 4 lock starts Magneto. The more X-Men that you have going into Magneto, the more valuable he will be, which are all those shots across the playfield. If you hit them a couple times, you'll start that corresponding X-Men. Wolverine is a multi-ball after about 4 shots. You usually want to be playing a villain mode when you want to play Wolverine. The add-a-ball is the scoop on the left, which lights blue when you complete the in-lanes, like he just did there, and lit it there. So there's a lot of multi-balls, there's a lot of add-a-balls, and a lot of different ways to score points.
All right.
Nice save, 1 danger.
To me, it seems like this game doesn't get going until you get a multi-ball going, or at least a mode started. And that's one of those things I think that I like about Keith Elwin's game, Iron Maiden. I feel like the shots I'm making on that, I'm always doing something.
Yes.
Whereas on a game like this, I feel like, well, nope, that's not really worth much. Look, I've been flipping for like 2 minutes. I've only got 400,000 points.
Beautiful in-lane to get it back out. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. And Iron Maiden makes me feel so satisfied.
Yeah.
So he just started the Brotherhood multi-ball. He picked up those targets rather quickly, and the add-a-ball is now lit. So these multi-balls are unique in that you cannot have a villain mode running because they are actually villain modes themselves. But they can be pretty lucrative and relatively safe to shoot for because those targets don't tend to drain you when you shoot for them.
Notice him skillfully draining, letting 2 balls go because he still has the ball safe running. But that one's not coming back. And that one's not coming back.
But he traps up there and is now in control. Nails a shot.
He's got those ramps down.
Beautiful no flip there to move the ball from right to left while he's still shooting. This game also has, in my opinion, great, what's the right way to say this? It has like a really good story into the code because it benefits you to play X-Men before you challenge Magneto, and it ends up being the more of them that you play, the better scoring is, and then that also carries into the wizard mode, danger room.
That'll be the end of the multi-ball here.
9 million
But
after
he's
Brotherhood.
Doing all right here.
And his next villain is lit.
And Magneto multi-ball locks are lit. I said this before when we were playing this, when you were still in it, that release out of that lock, that Magneto lock, looks like it's going right down the middle every time, but it always seems to land on that right flipper.
were you watching me play it?
You might have been playing it. Yeah.
So what I was doing that no one else is doing, and it worked very well for me, and it really helped me that game that I blew it up in qualifying, is Magneto's feed actually always dead bounces right to left, back to right, sort of like Iron Maiden. You know, have you ever had like the spinner where you don't flip from Iron Maiden when it comes out of the lock? A lot of them go right, left, right, and this particular X-Men was doing that. So if you don't flip at all, it goes back to your right flipper.
And that's out. But a good ball.
10.2, he's got his next villain lit, progress towards Magneto.
So we are all tied up in this match, so whoever wins this one is going to advance and take on, I believe it's Bob Matthews.
And Steve has a bunch of choices to make. I mean, there's a bunch of different paths you could take here.
I'm sorry, whoever wins is taking on Eric Stone. I got it backwards. Remember, we got confused by that. Speaking of Eric, he's watching this game on the monitor next to us very intently.
Nice work, Stone.
Thank you.
Chicken, no beef.
Yeah, well, I'm awaiting the outcome of this. Yep. This is who I'm playing.
Eric had me and Levy laughing last night at dinner because as he overheard Levy and Georgia saying beef, beef, he was saying chicken, not beef, which is one of my more favorite quips on it. All right, here we go. Oh, no.
Oh,
Beautiful
nice
nudge.
save.
All right. There's ball
Puts it in the lock.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Steve's
Yep.
doing it. And I've always said, even though I'll never be as good as Steve, I think like him, I hope. Quick
So not
drain
enough
out
yet.
the right.
Steve's really going to have to get something going here.
There was nothing he could do there. I
Yep.
mean, he made the one danger. There's no way to save it.
Yep.
Just bad luck.
Which I feel sometimes it hits Steve so often, and I'm like, oh, dude, he's such a great player. And sometimes I've just like, I feel like he doesn't catch a break once in a while, you know?
You know what? Once you're at this level where everybody's playing so good, it's just like somebody's going to get bad bounces,
Yep.
and, you know, it's just the nature of it, man. Wow, hits the side ramp there. Skill shot, 275. That's a hard one to pull off.
Yeah, okay.
And you know what? A quick drain, anybody's
Doors
game.
open. Doors open for Steve.
And again, it's a very tough game to make a decision here. There's so many things he could do. Does he
Right.
just start Wolverine without anything going because that's possibly what he needs to do to take a lead?
What would you do if you're in your choice in this situation?
So Wolverine standalone is enough to get 10 million if you crush it after the Adaball, but it's not as easy if you don't have a villain mode going first. So I wouldn't chase Magneto here. It would be dangerous to go for the targets on the side, but that's my instinct, is either go the right side for Brotherhood or try to get a villain going and then Wolverine, whichever one kind of comes to fruition first. Certainly I wouldn't be thinking Magneto. It's too much work. He opts to not flip, though. I think he wants to not validate. All right, deep breath.
Short plunge. I was wondering what's doing there.
And gets a danger.
Talsheimer, thanks for the follow.
I don't think this is right, but I honestly might just shoot Wolverine just to try to catch up. I mean, it's not the normal way to do it, but it's ball 3. I think that's what he's doing. And yep,
that's what he's doing.
One more. He just has to survive this feed. And
Gets the shot, he's got it.
can he? And that's a boom.
Oh, yep. Oh, and it still catches it. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. Now, explain how this multi-ball works again, where the points are.
All right, so when Wolverine is lit, you hit him and then relight all the shots across the playfield, but you could still shoot those lit red shots as well. I think the first thing he's going to want to do is try to light the Adaball. Got one more in lane, and it's lit now. He's got to cash it before the drain. He's got 1 second, and he booms it.
Oh, nice.
And that is why I call him the Terminator. Clutch as always. Steve Bowden is not giving up on this match yet with one last second to keep the multi-ball going.
That one's out, though. I think
All right.
that might be it.
No, two balls still in play,
Okay.
and he's
All
about
right.
halfway there. There's something just so refreshing about a last-second Adaball. breaks the separation there to try to save the ball. Oh, and the multi-ball is going to be over, and he's only at 6 mil, so he's still got some work to do here. Oh, and that ends
that's
it.
going to do it.
Nice battle by Steve. Great tournament as always.
So Josh Henderson will advance to the semifinals, taking on Eric Stone, and the other half of the semifinals will be Jerry Bernard taking on Jay Steinberg. Wow, that was some crazy play there.
Yeah, and low-scoring game, but when the stakes are high,
Yep.
Stern can be punching and fast and very.
All right, so we're going to get things set up for the semifinals.
And this is the only time where if you're eliminated, you still get to play a breaker for
Yep.
third.
All right, so we'll
So-
wait and see where they're headed. So
This is one of those tournaments where there's only 3 trophies, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't remember ever actually being in that situation, but if I ever get eliminated in fourth where there's no trophy, I'm going to buy myself a dang trophy. Levy taught me that trick.
I may just do that for every tournament I'm in. I just, buy
Yeah,
it.
participation.
Here's I got a medal. I ran it. I did it. I got a little something.
Do you guys prefer a matchup? Eric did just tell me that he beat
Let's-
Josh at Atlanta a couple weeks ago.
Let's watch Josh and Eric,
Okay.
2 highest ranked players in the tournament.
So we'll just have to see where they're headed.
So Josh has first choice over Eric. He was a 2 seed.
Is anyone still in the chat room? It's been quiet. You guys haven't been quiet for a while.
Can you hear us?
Are we
Can you
still-
see us?
Is this thing still on? You are watching the Pintastic Silverball Rumble from Pintastic in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. It's part of the Pintastic show and tournament. Yeah. Oh yeah, people are still there. Great show, by the way. I've said this before. If you're just tuning in, if you haven't been to Pintastic and you're within driving distance, it's definitely worth the trip. A lot of great vendors here. Some great games that you can play that you might not have seen yet, like Houdini. Jersey Jack was here with Pirates of the Caribbean, and people are kind of beginning to tear down here a little bit in the vendor room. We're set up in the vendor room where the main tournament is. That's put on by the Sanctum in Connecticut. They run that, and across the way in the other hallway is the free play room where people bring their games that they have to sell and put them on free play for people to enjoy. And what I've said about this tournament, the show actually is it's very kid friendly. Brought my son, he played in a kids tournament, loves it. So if you've got kids that you might want to get into pinball, this is the place to do it. They've got balloon animals. They've got this woman walking around on stilts and all kinds of entertainment for the kids, face painting. Just a fun for the whole family kind of pinball show.
And
There's
like a
some
very
fun there.
well run and well organized
Absolutely.
overall event, and I think it's a great show. I'm definitely coming back every year. I'm
Yep.
glad I made it out.
Gabe D'Annunzio, who has put this together from the beginning. It's the 4th year, and things just keep getting bigger and better every year. They come up with something new, and there's been some great speakers this year. A lot of people from Stern here. In fact, I think the seminar is going on right now in the
George
seminar room with
Gomez.
George Gomez, talking about what Stern's got in the pipeline, what they're working on as much as he can say, and just an all-around great place to hang out with people that love pinball.
Yep.
They're all here, and it's great.
All of us sickos are here having a great time.
It's beautiful. No, hot weather outside, but lots of sunshine, and we're all inside in the air conditioning playing pinball and talking about it. B. Craig, thank you. We appreciate that. Glad you've enjoyed this stream. And
Thanks for tuning in.
really appreciate it.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yep. Big kudos to Mark Patnode, who runs on Tilt and does a lot of streaming of pinball events and other gaming events in the New England area, especially in Maine. He works at Arcadia National Bar, and he'll stream a lot of competitions that they have there, and he's done a great job. He's been running around all over the place, setting up cameras, keeping us updated here on the stream, and keeping things going. So appreciate you watching.
And as we go into this final 4 of the Pintastic Silverball Rumble, I'm here with my good friend Jeff Parsons of the Pinball Players Podcast. I am Greg Pavarelli, the G Fuel drinking maniac from Sunshine Laundromat. And
Are you getting compensation from G Fuel for this?
No, I just have fun plugging things. I like to plug everybody under the sea. G Fuel is actually quite delicious. I suggest you all try it.
What are you drinking there?
This is some tropical sea C-SPAN or something
Try-
like
okay,
that. I don't know.
all right. All
But
right.
nonetheless, we're bound to see some great pinball coming up. As Eric was just reminding the booth, he eliminated Josh in the final four of Pinvasion a couple weeks ago. Josh had been the higher seed and was crushing the finals up until that last round. And certainly this will be a nice little grudge match between the two of them. Jerry and Jay are no strangers to playing against each other, even though they don't live in the same state. Jay's from Jersey, Jerry's in New York, and they certainly battled it out at Rock Fantasy and other local events before.
They're working on selecting games right now. They got the final four up there on the.
And the money at this point is pretty big.
Yep.
We got,
I think it was it 15 for first? I think it was. I can't remember.
yeah, 3,700 total payout, almost 1,500 for the winner, which is rather large when it comes to
Yeah.
this type of show tournament. And you know, as you all know, the whoppers are there, baby.
Oh yeah.
I think the winner.
Some great players here. I played just to see what little whoppers I could squeak out with playing with some great players.
I think 50 points was the winner last year.
Yep.
It was probably more or less around the same size, so plenty to battle it out on the line here. While this isn't a circuit event, it is in line to become one next year if my math is correct.
That would be great. It's a great. I'm not a fan of Herb style qualifying, but you know
This is the third year, right?
this is the third year. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
so that's what makes it eligible.
Yep. But it's still a fun tournament. I'll get a lot of great people turning out to play it. Herb style's not quite as popular as it used to be. That's how it was all done.
Right.
And then match play became the way to do it. But I think this works for this type of setting.
Yeah, you know, like all different types of formats I've come to like, but it's rare that we get to see Papa style or head-to-head finals in a huge event like this, and I really appreciate that sentiment. Plus the fact that they made a point to make it their shtick that every year they're going to pick games that they did not use before, and the Sanctum has so many games and so many rare games that we're going to continue to see a lot of cool stuff out of this tournament.
I'm surprised Viper has not showed up yet. Was
Right.
Viper here last year?
I think Scorpion was here last
Okay.
year. Stone used Scorpion and Harley Davidson mostly, but there was more DMDs last year. This is sort of like a blend of a classic style tournament with some other nuances in there. But obviously, people have been picking the DMDs. We've been seeing a lot of Elvis,
Yep.
been seeing a lot of Judge Dredd and stuff. So
There's Todd Tuckey walking around with his video camera, the guy from TNT Amusements.
you know, I'm almost embarrassed. I've seen that guy a lot, and everybody always makes a point to bring him to my attention. What did he do? Is it?
He does videos on YouTube. He has a business called TNT Amusements where he
Okay.
refurbishes pinball, sells them, and he's very clever. He was been doing this for a long time, where he makes these videos of games he happens to be restoring, and it's almost like watching a show. He's got a cast of characters that are playing there, and have you seen it?
I know why he looks so familiar. So I run a selfie league between Jersey and New York that I deem the Tri-State Selfie League, even though there's not a third state. And as a joke, one of the pictures that I posted, I just Googled Tri-Zone Pinball,
And
it
got
was
him.
restoring it.
Yep,
I knew he
that's
looked
him.
familiar.
That's him.
I hope he doesn't mind that I use his likeness on my Facebook group.
I'm
But
sure he has no idea.
I
All
think
right.
him-
Oh, we're on Dolly Parton.
yeah, I think Josh was picking it earlier in the day and is crushing it.
Okay.
Now, Dolly Parton, I don't know the rules to a T. You might be able to help us out here, but I know that spelling Dolly is crucial.
Spelling Dolly Parton is even more crucial. I guess that's like super bonus or super bonus or something like that. Inline drop targets are important for your multipliers. This, by the way, also is what Scott Denisi did his prototype for Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Really?
on.
Wow.
See the drop targets on the right?
Yeah.
Look familiar?
Ah, very cool.
Yep.
So,
It's a typical bally. It's like you get it up top, get it in the saucer, spell whatever you got to spell, and it's a low-scoring game unless you can get. It's really all in bonus for this game.
it kind of reminds me of Future Spot in that way, but not the actual layout, but the concept of getting your
Yep.
bonus up.
Ooh,
and
nice
bonus up.
save by Josh.
Very, very beautiful save there. So the first inline drop target lights the spinner on the right.
Yep.
But it seems from what you said that sending it back up top just to get your letters is the first thing you want to do then.
That's when I play it. That's what I do.
Nails the
And
spinner
that's
on
what,
the fly.
That's what he does. Got the spinner for a good chunk of change. And it,
Hits another
Yep.
inline. But it didn't register, I don't think. I don't see the 2x lid. Maybe it rejected.
might be. Yeah, it
But
looks like it may still be
40,000
up.
plus bonus, 51.
51-7. So Eric, who you said Eric picked this one?
This is a Josh pick.
It's a Josh pick. Okay.
Nice save there. He almost had a house ball. He's getting a lot of
No-
side to side.
yeah,
The ball
those-
hasn't slowed down yet.
Those slings will really put you in danger on this game.
Nails it and gets
And
through.
gets through the gate.
Now, that didn't really give him any points, but I'm assuming later it lights or something like that?
I'm
Does it-
not. You know what? That I'm not sure about. But what it does, at least it gets you back up to the top to
Nice
get
hit.
to light those Dolly Parton letters.
Oh, he tries the shots on the fly there, it looked like.
No.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that
the-
was going.
The Dolly letters are the targets on the left, and the Parton letters are in the saucer.
Okay. Wait, explain that to, the up top. So that's
Yep.
important on the plunge.
Yep.
Which
You want
probably
it-
is why I was losing because I was failing at it.
Yep. You want it. You want to get it in that saucer if you can. And that's exactly what
Great plunge.
Josh does. Gets a letter, gets the O, and out.
Oh, and a house ball.
So ball two. We're still on ball two. Over to Eric. It's a grind to get all those letters, but it's.
Oh my gosh! And he didn't hit a
Hit
switch.
a switch. He's good. He knew
I
what he was
just
doing.
about to say double house, but
He knew
some
what he was
luck.
doing.
Back
And
through. So that gave him 5,000 points for going through.
I didn't. Might be. Yep.
I
I,
d-
can see the 5,000 right
But
there.
I, I imagine that does something other than just let you get it back through the plunger, unless I guess that's just a wait. I don't. You know what I mean? Usually
Yeah.
those lanes usually have like a bigger purpose.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, to be honest.
All
with
right,
this one,
transfers it over, nails the spinner.
but the spinner. This is going to get him some decent points. Into the saucer. Nope.
Nice dead bounce.
Ooh. Oh, now he's.
That's always so annoying when that happens. I don't think that's a legitimate need to open
I
the.
don't. I think that. I
He-
think
he-
that's
he
you
could
got to
ju-
free it yourself.
He could just tap the lockdown and that'll move. I mean,
we'll see what they
I
call.
mean, literally, what Jim would have to do if he allows it is just literally move it a centimeter.
to the flipper. Yeah.
But you know what? In this kind of situation, not wanting to get a danger.
I don't. Yep. I get it. I don't blame him.
I
for
think-
what he said. It looks like he's going to open it up.
All right. Jim's kind of looking at it like, really, dude? He's reconsidering this. He's like, no.
I think he is reconsidering. Yep. He's like, you got to. I think you got to try to free.
I
it.
almost. All right, he made him show that
Yeah.
it wasn't. Okay.
Yep. Fair enough.
You know what? Now that I think about it, the last time I was in a situation like this, where I was like, oh, I can just nudge that. Like I nudged it and it rolled off the flipper and I had to flip and I was pissed. So
Yeah.
I totally get not wanting to.
So he moves it the millimeter or two that he needs to get it on the flipper. Trap. So where will he shoot from here? Is he going to go for the? Can you backhand those?
You just read my mind. I was wondering, the sling is kind of in the way.
Yep.
But if you do like a delayed, kind of similar to a future spot, it
Yep.
might be possible. But it seems like
Oh.
people are just want to forehand it. So there it is.
There's transfer.
And he's
Now
just going to
going
keep
for it.
hitting the
It's a
spinners. To
spinner.
try,
Nope, missed it. Yeah.
and right as he was about to catch up, we're going to
That'll
see.
put him close.
Wow.
Yep.
All right,
we
one
got
ball
a game.
game.
We got a game. Toxic.
Thank you, Toxic.
858. Thank you for the follow. Oh, new followers for the channel for this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Pintastic Silverball Rumble Finals. We're in the semifinal round right now. You're watching Joshua Henderson and Eric Stone on Dolly Parton Ball 3.
God, I love tournament pinball. And as soon as this is over, I'm getting the lobster roll somewhere.
Yeah, but you're in Massachusetts. It's still not as good as Maine.
I
I'm
know,
just
I
telling
know.
you. Just saying.
I shed a tear when I found out I couldn't come to Pinmania, trust me.
I know it's the same ocean, but still. There we go.
I mean, look, I'm not ordering it from McDonald's. I know you guys offer.
Right. Let's just say Red Lobster did not last long in Maine.
All right, so he lit the spinner there. That's a clutch shot with the game being so tight here. He's got 2x bonus. Nice control.
Oh, he went for the backhand, didn't hit it though. Spinner, and kills it. Nothing more unsatisfying than nailing a spinner and then having it just stop dead because it rolls back through it.
You know, these games of this era, is it just me or like those spinners are always so dead? I mean,
Yeah.
they hardly move. I mean, you still shoot it, but
They
like
can be. They're certainly not like stern spinners of this era that really you could rip those things and
Like
they
I-
would spin.
I literally bought a hot tip just because I enjoy that feeling of just like crushing that spinner.
And I guess you can do things to modify them so they spin better. Somebody said something about some sort of lubricant on it that
Right?
will make
Yep,
them spin,
absolutely.
but-
And Josh is up at over 120 now. Nice save. Rips the spinner again, and that time he got some
Yeah.
good action out of it.
That's where the points are right now.
I just realized is this a possibility of like a surf and turf reference with beef and lobster? Like, can you save the beef with the lobster? I don't know.
The
Whoa, there was a flipper fail?
Oh wow! I don't know what happened there.
I think that they might have to test that
Yeah.
flipper because I don't know what happened, but certainly it just. The standard here is if you can't recreate it, it's tough cookies.
Yeah.
But that looked like his flipper died.
The old Raven. Thanks for the follow.
184,000, healthy lead. I think he might ask for a ruling.
Talking about it right now. Oh, here comes.
I mean, we don't have the instant replay, but like, there's a small chance that he just made a flipper mistake and let go, but I doubt it.
That's Mark Carvey from the Sanctum testing it right now.
I think Josh Sharp's standard is a 2-minute test.
Yep.
If you can't recreate, play on.
Yeah, I think he's going to be out of luck on this one. Score saves. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Could it be he just missed the button? I mean, yeah.
He was like rapidly flipping,
Yeah.
but I mean, to me that means his finger was on the flipper. I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably going to be a tough break for him.
I mean, it was a great ball.
Well, looks
Strange
like he's
ending,
reaching
but-
for keys.
They're now investigating the flipper, and Jim's looking up the rules.
Okay. Jim is looking up the rules, and they're going to investigate it.
Turned around, and Eric saw it too. So.
Okay. Yeah, we all saw it. It's just a matter of.
It happened so fast that it's hard to gauge.
Yeah.
But more likely than not, I would bet flipper failure. But don't quote me on this, but I believe the ruling says you attempt to recreate. If you cannot play on, if it does recreate, you probably fix it and get a comp ball.
Yep.
But so far,
Yeah.
it looks like it's working.
The picture of Eric down below, his reaction is pretty much about perfect for this situation.
I think I'm gonna get like a stock picture that I bring with me to these tournaments. Actually, it made me think of a funny thing with Dialed In. It's actually that guy, Mike Pantino, that usually plays the trick on me. When you play Dialed In, when you get one of those like daily high scores, it's not really like a good score.
Right, yep.
You just type in something silly and then wait for just the right moment and tap the person right behind you and duck. And they turn around and you catch them with this awkward pose. I think he got me once with like, he typed in stew space pid. And in Sunshine, where Dialed In was at the time, it was a really tight area. So I was behind him talking to somebody, and he timed it just perfectly where like my reaction when I turned around was just like, oh. And it was, I suggest you try it back home. It's a fun.
What I do when I get one of those scores is I always duck because no matter what picture, even if you're posing,
Yeah.
it's a terrible picture.
You know, I'm not like I don't consider myself an unphotogenic person
Yeah,
per se,
I
but
do.
while
That's why I'm in radio.
during selfie mode and Dialed In, I look like an idiot all the time.
Yeah, there's nothing flattering about those photos at all. So I tried to time it one time, and then I realized just before I hit the start button to lock it in, I ducked and realized, Oh, you already took the picture before. You just grabbed an old one. It's like,
Right.
damn it. Couldn't avoid it.
Anything interesting in the chat there? Sorry for the delay, guys. Thanks for your patience.
Hisco Kajibajaba says IFPA, the tournament official, will attempt to recreate the problem by pressing the flipper button for up to 3 minutes.
All right.
If the tournament official is able to recreate the problem, this will be treated as a major malfunction. If the problem is not able to be recreated,
Stones back in, left
Treat it.
in lane, gets it, backhands and then dies.
Yeah.
All right, well, as long as it took to read that off, the ball unfortunately ended the nature of a solid state. He actually made a really cool move. He nudged the ball back into the in lane and on the fly backhanded the target,
Yep.
but then it killed him.
Yeah. All right, so Josh gets the win on this one.
And look at how close they are, 2-3-1 historically against each other. Let's see if we could just follow this match through and through, maybe. That would be fun, right?
Looks like camera is being moved to Pinbot.
All right, so...
That's where they're going.
Yeah, but Eric probably picked Pinbot. That wouldn't be shocking.
Okay.
He was number 1 in qualifying on it.
Thanks for bearing with us, guys, as we try to get as many of these games on as we can by shifting cameras around. We only have 2 setups, so it's can be a little time-consuming, but hang in there.
One of my favorite games ever for casual play and tournament play is Jackpot.
Mine
And-
too.
Yeah, and Pinbot, for that reason, has always had a warm place in my heart too. Obviously, I started playing.
Which one did you play first?
I played Jackpot first.
Yep,
Was what I was gonna
okay.
say. I wasn't playing pinball back when these games first came out.
Yep.
But you know, while there are major differences to the way you play them, there's just that feeling of like the comfort of Jackpot when I play
Yep.
Pinbot. And this particular one, the left ramp is very hittable, and the only thing is as we said before, the visor resets if you drain.
Yep.
So there's that much more weight on the strobing shot. And Jay's talking to
He's
us.
talking to us, and we can't
He's
hear
saying,
a word
he's saying, you guys don't even. You guys. So we're watching inverted pinball.
Yeah, we'll get this fixed here in a second.
Oh, but it looks like Jay was the one playing pinball, possibly. Okay, so we're gonna move to the other match. It's Jay against Jerry Bernard. I guess this was Jay's pick since he's player 1.
This is messing with my head. Work on getting this fixed. Yeah, you know, I don't think there's. I can't think. Oh, look, Chuck Webster's following us.
Hello, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.
I'm still trying to pick which podcast I'm gonna be playing on the Trash Talker Invitational, but you've hyped it up so much that I'm certainly all riled up. Still open to the highest bidder, by the way.
I don't think so.
So Jerry won
Jerry
X-Men.
won X-Men.
Hey, no fair. When I played Jerry on X-Men, I would have beaten 10 million.
It is back. Nice. So.
All right, so we got the camera adjusted a little bit here on Jackpot.
We'll get the set here in a second. Yes. We gotta get this fixed. Oh, and
So
something's going on.
He's gonna have to unstick that ball because my experience was if you let it coil check, the visor comes up, moves the ball backwards, and then it goes right back to the resting position. So he needs Jim's help here. It'll just go to his left flipper.
Man, having a lot of stuck balls here lately.
Josh, what game are you guys on? Which game though? Transporter? All right, I guess Eric Stone picked Transporter against Josh. Going into game 2, Josh is up 1 game to 0. This looks to be game 2 as well for Jay and Jerry.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
All right, we can't see the flippers, but we'll get that fixed in a second. He's working on it.
Oh, right, because the camera would have to be adjusted. So we're gonna. Hey, you know what? It's kind of like guess where the flippers are. You know where they are, so it's like
it's
Tommy.
playing the Who, yeah.
Does he have it? Did he trap it?
Oh, I almost got cut on that lip again. And
Is the camera still on transporter, by the way?
no.
Okay. All right, he started the multi-ball. Great start for ball 1 here for Jay. And one of the more frustrating things about Pinbot is that its propensity to do exactly that.
Yep. Well, this one was leaning left, right? Is it-
Yeah, and that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
look at that
but
thing. It
nice.
really wants to go.
So it's the later version, Jackbot, is nice enough to have a restart at least.
Yeah.
Pinbot just says bye-bye.
Yeah. Pinbot is unforgiving. This is the one that I remember
Oh,
playing
see,
first.
the extra ball is lit now. Even though he cannot play extra ball, 100,000 for the skill shot is relevant. In qualifying, it was a huge help because you could play him, and the setting on the extra ball in this game is something to the effect of you completing the bank on the right. But there's also like a sympathy one if you go into ball 3 without a lot of points.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. I was all about sympathy extra balls.
It's like this era's version of the free multi-ball that Data East used to do. Yeah, you didn't get the
Right,
multi-ball,
so
so hey, shoot this and start it.
I don't know how the heck he opened the visor so quick again, but we're back into multi-ball.
Did he hit the?
He must have done the
catch it.
strobing, but
Yep.
I didn't see it. So it looks like he's now got a double trap, possibly left, right. There's
one.
the boom, and there's a double boom. Who needs to see the flippers when you got all this booming?
Got all levy on us there for a second.
I got excited. He did it perfect. Double trapped, hit the shots. I love pinball, Got some lobster in the mix. He's
Really,
getting more
yep.
inlanes than I ever did. And he's got another jackpot lit, but he looks upset, so I guess he flipper errored there. But $1 million and counting.
That's a good score.
There's a
on
quick
this
75. Yeah.
Visor closes, and he goes back to the strobing. Let's see if that's what he does here. Oh, a little late, but I think that's what he was trying for.
I know this is awkward, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I like that. I like it a little too. Yeah.
great nudging there, and that's worth 85. Nothing to sneeze at.
Oh boy, it's a planet. Yeah, I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ever been any game. I mean, they've done sequels to games, but I don't think there's anything that has been an exact duplicate of the playfield, but just different rules.
Yeah, let's think. High speed and the getaway
High
is
speed's
similar,
close, but I mean, it's got the supercharger.
right?
Basically the playfield for Pinbot and Jackbot is identical.
Yeah.
They've just changed the rule.
Yeah.
They've changed the look. They've
And then there's the
Artwork.
Bride of Pinbot, which doesn't quite look like this, but there's another sequel.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, you know what? They play very different, but they
Yeah.
also play very similar at the
Yeah,
same
they do.
time.
They do. And I love them both. Oh, and he hits the skill shot for 400.
The cool thing about this game is the inherent nature of how valuable the plunge and the skill shot is, whereas
Yep.
in Jackpot it's all about non-validation.
Right.
And I love that too.
Yep.
I'm a non-validating type player.
Yep.
Anytime I can, I will. Steve Bowden will show you all the tricks, or Kaylee that you could do with Jackpot. You could do all kinds of cool stuff. Short plunge, hit stuff, let it go, get back, restart your validation.
Yep.
But there's so much weight on the plunge on this game, where it goes 100, 200, 300. I
Yep.
mean, and that could win you a match.
That's where that extra ball came in handy for him. That
Whoa.
extra ball basically gave him 400,000 when he gets that.
So weird that we can see the flippers. Just getting used to it. That's 40,000, even though he overplunged.
Yep. Jerry hasn't quite got that dialed in as far as oh my
So
God.
as it tends to happen, it changed throughout the tournament. At one point, it was very, very much right on the yellow line, almost perfectly.
Yep.
Now it's a little bit further back, and you got to have like a little bit of a feel for it. So the way you release the plunger seems to impact how consistent that skill shot is.
So Jerry tried to save, tilted out, and we move on to Jay's ball too.
And 1.8 would have been good enough for a top 15 score in qualifying, I believe. So amazing ball one from Jay. Needing to tie this match up here.
And house ball. That's
I should just shut up.
You get that same problem. That is one thing that is similar. You get that same problem out of the pops with Jackpot, where it wants to kick it out to that left out lane.
Yep. You know, I told my friends that we in a text chat, like, everything's gonna go wrong at the end of qualifying, and that's what happened for me. I ended up getting lucky to get in anyways, but I'm starting to realize whenever I say somebody's doing something good, they house ball. So I'm just gonna shut up and watch.
Jerry's into the multi-ball.
All right, first multi-ball for Jerry. Comes out of it with the...
Ooh, almost. Oh, that's trouble. Oh, he's got it.
All right.
Oh, that left lean helps it.
Goes for the cradle
But
separation.
that doesn't get that to bounce over very easily either.
See, I would have shot with the left flipper once I did that, but just to be like the Gagno up and overshoot. Oh, backhands the energy value.
76,000 for
Nice
that.
in lane there.
And hits that center. That's where everyone seems to be lately, as we watch this hitting, trying to get the lock. They'll hit it right dead center, right in between them.
I mean,
And I think it's because of that left lean. It's either they're too early or too late.
and the cool thing with the eyes, and that goes for both this and Jackpot, right? You could forehand or backhand either one pretty easily, whatever you're more comfortable with. Now, nice transfer. Everybody was having trouble with that, but he just did it with ease.
Now with a slant. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, it's timed, so he's got to do it right now.
And
Oh, and not the right
gonna
one.
Get it. It's gonna kick it back out.
Maybe one last chance. No, it's gonna time out. So he's just gonna wait.
Yeah, he knows it.
Oh no, he's gonna
No,
go
he is
for
gonna
it.
go for it. No.
Oh, I was wrong. He had a chance there.
Now here it comes.
All right, let's hope for a good return. Oh,
That's out.
Nice
No,
nudge.
nice
Only
nudge.
one danger. Nice tip. Again.
Oh, this is in
All
the
right, here we go.
lock.
He deserves this. Give him a trap.
He's got it. Just make the shot.
And there's
he
the boom.
has got it. 500,000. That puts him to 971.
Oh,
right
my
off the
goodness.
center post.
Oh,
Locks
here we
another
go.
one, and he's ready to go. Boom.
And we are just seeing some
1.4.
accuracy on that left ramp. Doesn't it just feel so natural to boom that shot? It's just like so rewarding this game. Now, I've never actually gotten this far in Jackpot, but since we were comparing the two, there's a wizard type thing at the very end of Jackpot that
So
you can get
hard.
Pinbot and light that left ramp for $1 billion.
Oh, and he drains. But
I think
two jackpots he scores out of that one for another $1 million. He's not quite up to where.
But with bonus, he's going to be close.
Yep.
If you want to see that Pinbot end of Jackpot, I think Bowen did it in his tutorial on Papa TV.
Okay.
Great ball from Jerry. It's going to be anybody's game here.
Very close. Just 200,000. We jump out 300,000. A little less than 300,000 separating the two.
So Jay
And
still
that's only. Yeah. Okay. We're on ball 3. Yep.
Jay still has a saucer lift for 85 to the right of the left ramp. That's an option for him since. Oh no, the saucer's still open. He's got multi-ball ready again.
He's got to go. Yeah. And he hit the skill shot for the 100,000.
All
There's
right.
one luck. Can he hit it again for 2?
And
can.
he does.
That's crucial right there.
Very clutch play.
Oh, okay. Now we got a game. This is gonna be interesting.
No, the ball's going to come out.
Oh, right. No, he's got. No, it's no.
Oh no, I knew the ball ended, but I was wondering, does the ball stay there for Jerry?
Yeah.
All right, so the visor closes, the,
visor
ball
will-
stays in there.
Yep.
Okay.
This is, I believe, this is lock stealing.
It might pop out once you get the other hole. I'm not sure.
I think you may be right. Yep.
All right.
But it does force you to get one or the other.
So, considering he's 600,000 away, that's a lot of visor to survive. He might just want to grind everything else. I mean, left ramp. Oh,
Ooh,
nice nudge.
save. Oh, but he's going visor all day here. Nope,
See,
there
if
go.
you hit this shot, sometimes it goes back into the
Yep.
plunger lane, and you can get another skill shot.
This one's gonna go. Okay, if he hits that, he's got
Vortex
200.
times 2.
No,
Oh, but he
got nothing.
botches it. Unfortunate plunge there. All right, rebound shots to visor.
Hammering away at that. That's trouble.
Oh, nice nudge.
Nice.
Backhands
Gets
it,
Energy value, got 74 for that.
and each little grindy decision he's made is getting him a little bit closer. Oh, that was cool. Kind of like volleying it up through the in lane to try to get it over.
Yeah.
It really was an awkward post transfer, Jeff.
It worked out for him. Hits the. So he's
I
just
wonder if
got-
they mess with it on purpose to make that jackpot harder.
Oh, yeah, I felt
Great
that
try.
coming.
Great try from Jerry. Awesome game 2. We're going to go into game 3, tied up here. Let's see what's going on the Stone and Josh.
All right, well, there's a game going on Transporter. We got a camera on it, so we're just going to see if we can maybe switch over to that.
All right, so his name, the guy that runs the Briggs name is what?
Mark.
All right, so I was convening with Mark. So we're gonna watch some old Chicago for Game 3 in the Jerry
and Jay.
Jay match.
Yep.
Right now, Stone is blowing up Transporter on ball 2. He's up at over 7 mil, close to the highest score of the tournament already. That gives him a good chance at tying that matchup at 1 apiece as well. And Mark and I were saying after we watch this old Chicago match, we'll try to follow the remainder of the Josh Eric battle, regardless of whatever they play the rest of the way.
Okay.
So we've got Stone making a case towards tying it up at 1-1, making it a best 2 out of 3. Same situation here with Jerry and Jay. They've tied it up, so it's now best 2 out of 3. The advantage goes to the person that gets to choose the first game in this situation. So Jerry, it's Jerry's choice. It's going to do old Chicago, single
Right.
play.
Single play only because the possibility of tilt through, I believe.
Yep.
Get the cameras adjusted. Have it on 1 second. There we go.
So
This-
usually, like when you get perfect information about like what your opponent has, it's helpful, right? But like a game like old Chicago doesn't really let you
Right.
make decisions, just
No.
survive. So.
Yep. This is like, once you're underneath those pop bumpers down underneath the flipper, it's like,
Oh,
please
man.
save me. Oh, that was insane.
It's kind of like you did something and the game did something, and thank God it worked out.
Yep. Ugh.
Man, it's
God,
giving me
it
anxiety just
is.
watching.
So, look at those pops.
Don't mind the lack of commentary from me because I'm frightened by this game. But
I think Ron Hallett's a big fan of this game.
oh yeah, it looks like
Talks
it's up his
about
alley.
it.
And great work from Ron this weekend. I think he made it to the top 16. My brother in Slam Tilt. We miss you, Bruce. We know you're busy at the Silverball Saloon.
Yeah, he's like
working hard,
He's missing all the good stuff now.
long and hard. Oh my.
He will be at Pinburg though.
Yes.
Look at that. He just rinse and repeats.
2000. Hey,
Bounce,
anyway.
bounce, and
Any
you know,
way you
hey,
can get it.
yeah, if you've got it.
Whoa. And that spinner raised the. See, the spinner's not very juiced, so like every once in a while, I'd seen old Chicago where if you got a good spinner rip, you could almost max out your bonus.
Yep.
But this one's giving you like 2 or 3, so I can understand why just attacking might be what remember earlier Alberto was doing that, and Jerry's putting on a clinic here with that shot.
Oh, look
Wow.
at that. He has got it nailed.
Holy moly. Maybe we just discovered the recipe. Double dead bounce shoot.
Yep, look at
Boom,
this.
boom, beef.
Oh, and he misses that one.
That was awesome.
But wow. It's the spinner.
And now his bonus is up at 6, 7. And at 50,000, if he keeps that going with that.
Yep.
Oh.
Good ball, though.
Why do I keep saying stuff?
If
Great
he
ball from
just
Jerry.
keeps, oh, I'm sorry.
Double bonus here on ball 3, and an amazing score so far for 2 balls. Jerry feeling great on this game. And Jerry rolled me over, and I asked him, I was like, was there a game I could pick that you didn't want to play? He was like, no, I love all these games. I was like, yeah. I was looking around, I was like, these are Jerry Bernard games.
Yep. He plays at the Sanctum quite a bit, doesn't he?
He plays at the Sanctum. He's won the state championship there twice. I don't think he actually ever went, but he also plays at Rock Fantasy a lot, and a lot of these games were there. You know, Jerry's been playing for years. He's no
Boom,
stranger
there
to
he
blowing
is.
up games.
Right
but
back into it. You know, this is one of those things, like once you find something that you can do consistently, it's worth just repeating it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that feed was doing that all tournament, but he
Nope.
figured it out and he's taking
Yep.
advantage, and it's probably going to give him a good chance to take the lead in this match if this holds up.
And he's back in it. Boom, 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 up.
Oh man, it's so pretty.
Boom, 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 up.
You know
Look
what?
at
I think this is the surf and turf. This is the lobster fucking beef. This is how you make beef good.
Boom. Bonk, 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 boom. He's got it.
Lobster beef, boom.
He's
This is just awesome.
up to.
This is probably the coolest Old Chicago game ever recorded just because this is
Wow,
happening.
This is crazy. Yeah,
It was like 7, 8 times.
Wow.
I want to applaud some golf clap.
That's
So he rolled it 130.
131. And one more to go. I think one more to go. Is this 5 ball? No, this is 3 ball. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen Old Chicago's where the ball goes right back to the flipper. You could like drop catch shoot, but that was cooler.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's trouble.
Oh.
My God. And he's right back in it. Right back in it.
And you know how this works, right? When Jay plays, it's not going to feed like that.
No,
it's
you
going to be like,
watch.
nope, sorry.
And that's one of the most frustrating things too. You got an opponent that like finds something that they can repeat constantly. You try and do it, so where's the shot?
You know
Can't
what?
Get it.
The nature of a physical thing like a saucer feed, it's just it can change. And I guess right now it's just feeling good about this.
Yep. Wow, he's gonna roll it again. He's gonna be.
Yeah,
up
we're
to 2.
probably going to see the best score in qualifying. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone cracked 200. Maybe one person did, and he's on pace.
I missed that one.
Nice
Oh, and
save.
he still saves it. 182. Now if we can just get it back on the flip. Yeah, no.
All right, now it's getting a little bit more
Now he's a
squirrely.
little.
Almost max bonus. And this is where it just gets redonkulous.
Yeah, he just wants to get back in that scoop and start all
All
over
right,
again.
here comes the potential double roll here.
It will happen. 198. Okay, and there he is, setting it up. Oh, spinner. He's got double bonus too.
See now, while we watch live, obviously there's no question, especially in the finals with your opponent watching when you double roll. But it's tricky for a game that's capable of a double roll where there's no score that shows it in qualifying.
Yep.
You have to make sure that you tell someone, either behind you or a scorekeeper, hey, I'm about to double roll.
Yep.
And a lot of the times you'll probably see Classics tournaments try to avoid games that do that, but you know, the nature of benefit of the doubt, honesty system. We don't expect people to make that kind of thing up. But
This
is
doesn't
just
have
crazy.
a 100,000 light.
He's doing it again here, double bonus. It has 100, but not a 200.
Not a 200. Okay.
So if he can get that rhythm with a bounce shoot again, we're gonna see a triple roll because he's got max bonus here. These are 9,000 per 1, 2, boom. 9,000 more.
It's like a ballet. Boom,
Yeah, this
boom,
kind of
boom,
reminds me of
boom.
the
Oh,
bow and
missed it.
arrow from last year where Stone and Birnbaum were just like going nuts with it. And at this point, I just want to see a triple roll just because. Specials lit on the right. I don't know if that scores.
I imagine an EM no. Oh, nice. Nice. Get it out of there.
Oh,
Look at that.
my
Look at that
goodness.
nonsense. Oh my God, unbelievable.
All of a sudden, I don't feel so bad about getting swept by
wow.
this guy.
That is amazing.
Great job, Jerry Bernard.
355,000 on Old Chicago. Unbelievable.
Outstanding play. Outstanding
That
play.
is some of the most amazing stuff I've seen. I mean, that was just the boom, 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 and back into the collect bonus. He just dialed that right in.
When the tournament's over, you and I are going up to this game.
Well, no way we're doing that. There's no way. All right, so Jay's got quite a task, but if he can recreate exactly what Jerry did, he may be in for a run for this. It's the lane.
All right, so you said before, like, how does it feel like when you know that you've got this mountain that you're going to climb?
Yep.
Honestly, if I'm Jay in this spot, I'm like, all right, I'm probably down 2-0. I don't care. I'm not going to feel nervous about this game because at this point,
Yeah, see, he's trying to too.
recreating that is going to be close
Yep.
to impossible. But you know what? Winning 2 games in a row is certainly possible if you can't do it.
Look at that.
And that's what you just got to think. Just play loose.
He's
Play loose and
he's
hope that you
trying.
can get it going.
He is trying to do the same thing, but he does not have the accuracy that Jerry had. Oh yeah, was it a triple roll or was it a double roll?
No, he didn't get to the triple.
Okay,
he,
so it was-
he had
yeah.
the chance to because his bonus
Yeah.
was so high.
Yeah,
but
my bad. Not 355. It was 255.
55,
Chat room's on it. They always
Yep,
are.
Yep.
We were just talking about the triple roll. It's like gotta happen. Oh. So I think this is ball 3.
Yep. Ball 3 for the first double bonus.
Can he get it back and do exactly what Jerry did? He's in. Well, nope, he flipped. Maybe he's giving up on it. Honestly, I don't know how you're going to catch that unless you can do exactly what Jerry did.
Right. You just pray for the situation where you have a clean chance at shooting it, and then you start doing that bounce. But this game doesn't always really feed those up. I mean,
Yep.
it's just survive and pray. It's so funny that the bumper is lit for 10. Like, thanks, game.
Yay, 10 points. And nothing else. It's like you don't have any other option.
All right, here's his
Okay,
opportunity.
Let's see what he does.
Oh, and a little bit early. And here's another one.
And late.
All right, here's another.
And late. And I don't even know what that one was. Early.
Okay. The game wants him to do it.
Oh,
The game
Hey.
wants more surf and turf.
he was definitely being patient with that, but boy.
You know, going into ball 4, this is not a terrible score. Still playing good here.
Under any other circumstance, I'd say, hey, not bad. But boy, he's got a ways to go. Oh boy, that's trouble, yep. All right, one more ball. Come on, he says.
All right. So, did they pick another game? Are they still on transporter?
Eric's still playing transporter.
What ball is it?
All 3.
Ball 3?
Yeah.
So, there's already a camera on transporter, right?
Yep.
So when this ends, we could just switch to it and then follow them?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're not done.
We'll switch there, and hopefully they will then pick on the other side of the bank when we move the camera.
So I don't know what the score is, but I've got a feeling Eric is putting the highest score of the tournament on transporter. So goes to show you the nature of how clutch people can be in the finals. We're probably seeing
yeah.
2 of the best scores of the whole weekend
Absolutely.
after hours and hours of qualifying when it matters most.
So Jerry, no surprise, gonna win that one.
Takes the lead 2-1.
You know, no offense to Jay, but boy, he dialed right into that and basically made it, hey, do this or you're not winning.
Yep.
And it paid off for him.
And Jay is gonna take him possibly to. I wouldn't be surprised if he picked a Stern against Jerry. We've seen no love for Stern Pinball, the EM.
All right.
Mark, they picked Dolly,
They picked Dolly.
and ball 3 is almost over on. Let's just watch Transporter and
That's
then
what
follow.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We can follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna follow the rest of the Henderson Stone matchup here, assuming this 14 million holds up. Not gonna count out Josh, but if it does hold up, the match will be tied 1-1. Josh did win game 1. It's not showing here, but he won game 1 on Dolly Parton. If Eric can win this with this monster score, well, there'll be 3 games left, and good luck to both Jerry and Jay in the remaining 2 games.
This is ball. Yep, this is ball 3. So I believe Josh got it. Don't think Eric had.
Eric had 13 mil, 14
Oh,
mil.
14. I didn't. Okay, I didn't catch where the comma was. So Josh has got some work to do here.
Yep.
And he knows it. Almost see the look on his face.
It's got that look. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's like, and then it'll destroy it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So gotta get his lock lit.
All right, picks up some targets. Some more there. Thank you, sir. I'll have another. It's like the kickback that keeps on giving.
Oh, nice trap. Lock slit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That kickback will give you like 7-8 seconds, it seems.
And there's one.
So the UN Orion, right? This is like transported some kind of alien theme, right? On the bottom there, there's some kind of like weird,
Yeah,
strange.
some strange. I don't even know. Oh,
Those
wow.
pops are evil.
You know, it's like that era where they made just really weird themes with weird artwork. I mean, it's no Barracora, but still.
Speaking of Barracora, I got to play one game on Barracora.
Oh, did you?
It was in the free play area, and I was waiting for X-Men, which was a long player. I was like, oh, let me go play a game. I had the best ball of my life,
Yeah?
and I had to walk away from 2 million ball 1 on Barracora.
Oh, man.
But
I love that game.
That game's awesome.
It messes with your head. Those lanes at the top, it's like your brain doesn't think that way.
I stayed at Steve Epstein's place before a tournament in Jersey not so long ago with Alberto, and he had one of the original Barracoras that he kept.
Oh, did you see that move?
Wow, that was beautiful. So
Bounces
much
it
patience.
right off the center post.
So yeah, it was a cool nostalgic moment playing one of the earlier Barracoras that he still kept, and
Nice.
pictures of him and Roger on the wall.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. All right.
It was fun being at Pin Masters out in Vegas and watching Roger Sharp play his game
Yep.
and yell at it.
I don't think we were there the same year. I was probably there the year before you, but
Yeah.
it's a great time going to that tournament. Even if you don't qualify for nationals,
Yeah.
the pin golf is awesome.
That's what I went for.
Yeah.
It
was that
fun.
Flipperspiel when you went?
It was.
Flipperspiel is awesome.
Yep, that's a nice place.
Yep. Oh, nice in lane. As you know, I'm a little bit of a degenerate, so Vegas isn't exactly the best place for my pinball because I could not contain my poker, drinking, gambling type behavior, but I love Vegas. So.
Yeah. We had fun too, aside from the tournament.
Although I did tie 12th in nationals, it was just like I don't think I slept more than 5 hours the whole weekend.
You're not supposed to. It's the city that never sleeps.
Yep.
Or is that San Francisco? I don't know.
Isn't that New York?
Who knows? All I can think of is that.
The city that never beefs.
Yeah.
So Josh is having a good ball here. He's at 3 million, just about to start the multi-ball. And if he can get like 5 jackpots, he can win the game. So we might need to see 2 or 3 multi-balls to do it, but he's certainly capable. And we're gonna start it right here. It all starts here. Oh man, that's an unfortunate quick train.
Got his toilet bowl shots down. is it ball?
So
Uh-oh.
if his strategy is to keep nailing that, is he going to try to cash out the million target, or is this something else going on? Because the last time he did this, we watched him do it, and I don't recall him ever actually shooting for the target. By now, I think it would be at 1 million. So maybe someone in the chat knows. Man, nice dig.
Jeez. And it's like, not even a flinch from him.
I mean, I know he's doing what he wants to be doing, but I can't admittedly say that I know exactly what that is, because he's not shooting for the cash out. So is this just safe scoring points?
If so, that's quite a
Is it? Oh, you know what? It's spotting targets. He hasn't been shooting those targets. It seems to be spotting them. So you can get the jackpot this way, maybe? Oh, nice. That or he just ricocheted those targets and I'm imagining it, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He's one away from the jackpot here.
Man, he just...
Oh, and he gets it at the last second.
Look at that. Hits it.
So,
what's the score here? Yes, we get it. Jackpot transport, 4.7 mil. So not a whole lot there.
Yeah, but
keep
you
doing
know,
that.
if we can get one jackpot per multi-ball and grind it out.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I don't know if you can hear that on the stream.
Happening all weekend. Every time it frightens me.
Oh, it's my favorite. Like at the bar when people don't know to expect it.
Two targets to go.
Nice transfer, and he's one away from relighting a lock.
Oh boy.
All right, and that's going to tie us up at 1-1. Nice try there from Josh. Strong play. Player one's going to put in his GC.
They could hear it on the stream. that was good. All right. So let's see. I think these are the guys.
One of the best parts about this show, of nothing but good things to say about Pintastic, but they have what they call the extra ballroom for those of us that got the 4-day pass or the VIP pass, the eligibility to play there all night long.
Yeah.
A lot of shows then they close the curtains early. It's very frustrating as someone that likes to hang out when they close the show, and I really, really commend them for that, because even though I am not currently drinking, I really like the idea of staying up late and playing pinball for the remainder of this weekend. I'm probably just not going to sleep tonight, even though I didn't get sleep last night, because, hey, I'll play pinball all night. And they have this great bank of games in there, lots of new games. They have Pirates of the Caribbean, JJP. They got some new Sterns.
Was the Houdini
we got
in
Iron
there?
Maiden Premium. Houdini was in there.
Nice.
There's some really good mix of games.
Yeah,
They all play
next year
awesome.
I'm getting that pass.
Color DMDs. I will sneak you in. Just say that we did the commentary the whole entire time. See, this is work. You got to work.
Yeah.
You're a volunteer that did something. You know, we'll just slap something on.
All right. It's me.
You know what?
I'm-
I should have been. I should have been a lawyer,
I'm
Jeff.
driving back to Maine as soon as this is over.
Oh,
So,
darn.
Yeah, I know. Oh well.
But whatchamacallit, one of the fun things for me and Zen was chasing the GC scores, and it seems like they used a lot of the same games from last year that they used in the extra ballroom.
Yep.
So I get the feeling that the person that's providing them doesn't have them out on location. So the scores from last year were still there. So we saw a lot of the scores from last year. Even though I wasn't here, I was hearing that. So it's kind of a fun, like, if that's the trend, like every year the scores carry over.
Carry over, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, definitely got to get into that next year. Just because I hate waiting in line to play a game.
Well, maybe before you drive right home, maybe we can sneak you in for a game or two.
If my kid doesn't come, he'll freak out.
I think Josh Henderson put up $2 billion on the AC/DC in there.
Wow.
I'm assuming that was an encore.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy when I get 200 million.
Yeah, so am I. If I could even get that.
I'm happy when I play my third mode.
All right, where are we headed? Setting up. I think are we going to power play?
And it looks like Mark is shaking Eric's hand in congratulations of some kind. And while we move to power play, I'll try to give an update on the Jerry match just out of
Fluidity purposes?
Yeah, we are moving to power play, which Bobby Orr power play, which actually is called, in this case, Bobby Orr Power Ball, because there's a power ball in it. not a regular pinball. Getting cameras set up here, we're almost there.
All right, so Jerry Bernard has advanced to the finals.
All right.
And Jay is gonna stick around and play the loser of this ongoing match here for third and fourth place. No matter what, he'll be getting some nice money, some good whoppers.
So we're at, with Josh and Eric, we're tied at what, one apiece?
One apiece,
Okay.
and this was Josh's pick.
All right.
So we got the camera over there, or do they not?
Getting it set up here.
Perfecto.
And there we go. Here we go. And there's your power ball.
And really, really great work so far from Mark and On Tilt. This is just an amazing production so far.
He's done a great job.
As someone that does a lot of beef to booth, I am very impressed.
Now this one totally messes with your head because it is a power ball.
And I have to say, the privilege of being amongst the radio voice of Jeff Parsons.
Oh,
Will I say even a crisper voice than Jeff Teolis?
Oh, no,
Sorry,
let's
Jeff.
not go that far. Although I did have two people ask me, "Hey, you're from Canada, right?" Like, no, wrong one.
You know, I went to IFPA just to hang out with my buddies and whatever, but it ended up that Jeff got in as the first reserve and I was the second reserve.
Yep.
And some dude from Austria didn't show up, and I was joking. I was like one more, but I had no expect. I was really happy for Jeff, and he played awesome and almost qualified. It was,
He's a very good player.
Yes, absolutely. And
Of the Jeffs, he's definitely the better player.
I'm just I passed him in the IFPA rankings this weekend, so
Oh, well, there you go.
come at me, Jeff. Come on.
We'll see him out at Pinburg.
Love Teolis, and I shared on Facebook a memory popped up of when I was first on Pinball Profile for the first time. And
Yep.
I felt like it was a first date memory or something like that. All right, a quick,
He's a great guy.
a decent ball there. I can't see with the glare, but he racked up some bonus X.
It's like 60,200.
And you know, this power ball being in there has lowered the score significantly on this power play.
No, absolutely.
Usually you see much higher scores, but the power ball can be mean.
A lot harder to get in that saucer too.
Yeah, it doesn't fall in there. And, you know, I don't know what your strat is on this, but I just ignore the upper flippers if I can.
Yeah, they
and
don't help you at all.
Yeah, I mean, with the power ball, it's a little bit less consistent on the way down, but you really just shoot those left and right orbits and pray to get in the middle as much as possible.
That's pretty much what I did all right on this one, and I just kept going, get it back up top, get it back up top. And that'll be out. All right, so if he's got 24, so 60,200 to 24,830. Yep, that is a ceramic ball, just like you'd find in Twilight Zone.
And I believe this is the first time that anyone picked this in the finals so far.
Yep, it is.
And that's where you start getting strategic in a situation like this. Josh just pulls out. You know, he probably thought to himself, I blew this game up in qualifying.
Yep.
Stone might not have played it all day. You know, let's.
That's where the strategy comes in. So Josh is about to plunge ball number 2. Power ball number 2.
So that rollover up top brings up the middle. See that power ball just got
That's
weird
gone.
movement and it's gone.
Game like this, when you know when it's in that right in that middle unit, there's not getting it. You really got to do some digging to get that. So 64.5 is what he's got. It's hard to see that first digit.
Good plunge there. Oh.
Yeah, but see, it
pops in and out.
Pops in and out. It's hard. If you get it in there, you consider yourself lucky.
Oh, that was smart. I should have been doing that.
Just a little gentle tap.
Yeah, no, just he held the flipper up and guided it to the left flipper. It was a lot safer that way.
That's gone.
Oh. And it's
34.
one ball game.
64 to 34.
Yeah, this game's definitely an equalizer.
Oh yes. There's quite a few equalizers there, I think, but of all of them, this is the big one.
I mean, with two players of this caliber, they're not really thinking equalizer effect, but it just feels like this game is just not giving you the best opportunity to control the ball compared to some of the others.
Yep. All right, ball 3 for Josh. Can he get it in the scoop? Nope. Saucer right.
And he no flips, but it almost hits like the top of the sling there.
Back up top. Ew. That's, oh man, that looked like that was gone. And by the way, just for the record, Bobby Orr should be in a Bruins uniform, not this Chicago crap.
All right, so, you know, I can't see, but it looks like 76 maybe, but it's not very much. Certainly, Stone just needs
76.
Stone just needs a couple saucers, and oh my goodness, he almost let it go there.
Back up top, hope it lands in the saucer. Nope, comes back down the other.
See, that's working really well for him. That could be a deciding factor in this game. Just a couple safe feeds like that, but he doesn't do it on the left. Almost punishes him.
Back up.
Misses and hits the target. Oh my God, nice stop.
Not gonna make it. Lifts it.
Oh, nice. No flip. But he's missing the shot. Unlike Stone. Oh my God.
He got it.
Nice
There
drop
he is.
catch.
Can he get
He
in
needs
that
a hole.
saucer? No.
He's almost
and
there.
He knows
He
it.
needs
He
a
keeps
hole.
shaking his head. I can't get in that saucer. It is very difficult with this ball to get it
All
to
right,
land.
he's got
in there.
control. And he knows he's close now. His bonus is there if he could get the double. Just needs.
Yeah,
oh
see,
my
he
God,
just
it doesn't
wants
want to
and
give it
it's
to him,
out.
and it's not going to be enough. He could not get a saucer.
61 to
It's got to be 76 or more.
it's 76. 70. I can see it from no. I can see it from here. 76.
So perhaps that one double wouldn't have been enough. Oh no, but it gives you
It
3,000.
gives you 3,000.
So that would have been 64, 71. It would have been really tight.
It would have been very close. Very close. So that puts Eric up. No, Josh up 2-1.
Low scoring game, and that was really down to the wire. I mean, it really felt like Stone played smart there to give himself a chance to
did.
win that. And I guess
that
that
whole flipper thing was great.
I mean, that really does show it being an equalizer too, though, just because even when you hit the shot, the Powerball doesn't want to do what the game is supposed to do. So it's
Right.
like, it's frustrating.
Yep. All right, so we are trying to get to the next game he's doing. You are watching we're watching the Pintastic Silverball Rumble at Pintastic in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. I'm Jeff Parsons from the Pinball Players Podcast. This is Greg Pavarelli.
Of Sunshine Laundromat Pinball League.
This has actually been a fun tournament. Like I said, I am not a huge fan of the Herb format. I did a couple tickets and I said, okay, I'm good. And but we've seen some amazing play here from.
I don't mean
players.
to correct you as much as I'm confused. When you say Herb, I believe Herb is usually the standard for a pump and dump single
Oh,
entry.
yeah. I'm sorry. So it's similar, but it's not the pump and dump.
Now, had it been a Herb, I would have
Yeah.
had a cozy buy because I was lucky enough to blow a lot of games up, just not
Yep.
together.
Yeah.
But I actually think that this is a stressful format that really, it obviously rewards consistency, which is a true test of skill. Everybody always historically said the old Papa format was the hardest, most
Yep.
skill-intensive format. But at the same time, it's just different, and pump and dump makes you stand in line the entire tournament and miss the show.
Yeah.
Whereas limited entry, like at Texas or this, you might be able to get a good ticket, go take a break, eat lunch, and not feel like you're missing essential time. Whereas like in a standard pump and dump, unless you're someone like Keith that just crushes a couple games in a couple tries, if you're not there playing nonstop, it's a pretty big disadvantage, and it's nice to have that. So they're going right into it here on Pinbot.
Right back on Pinbot with.
It's pretty dark looking. This is like the dark Pinbot version.
So I assume Eric picked it.
Yes.
And there's lock number 1. And, oh no, lock number 2. He's got them both. So here's multi-ball. Trap on the right. And bounce over. Now he's got it. Okay.
Perfect situation here. Oh, nice tip save.
Nice.
He nudged that in. Nice save there.
There's the lock.
All right.
Now
Now let's see if he can do that post transfer.
clock begins. Yeah, that's a tough post pass. I tried
but
doing it. I
yeah,
couldn't do
Jerry was able to do it, but there's a chance at the boom, but he beefs.
Doesn't have much time left. Oh, here it comes, I think.
And here comes the intensity of Stone. You can see the frustration, and he wants it so bad. Eddie.
Nope.
Oh, that was Levy.
That's gonna do it. I think it's gonna come out at this point. No. Still
Yeah.
got more time.
Yeah, it seems
Here
like-
it comes.
All right. Wow, he actually opted to shoot there. I'm surprised.
Okay.
Stone with great use of his flippers, but sort of impatiently flipping. I guess he just wants to make sure that he relights it. And there it is.
There it is.
Here it
And
comes.
Here it comes.
Deep
Trap.
breath.
No.
Oh, and the grunt is not working for him right now. He's got to recalibrate it.
No. No.
There's the shots on the fly,
No.
and he's a little bit late.
He's gonna run out of time. Here it comes.
But that was a beautiful on the fly shots.
All right.
And he has now had more time on this multi-ball than I did the entire tournament on all 6 multi-balls I played combined, probably.
He's locked and ready to go.
All right, he's feeling it now. He's not
He's
rushing.
taking his time. And
And that's a
making
boom.
the
Oh, it
shot. No, it's
rejected. Oh my God.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he is okay.
What's going
Was
on?
the-
Why
was
did he
the-
shots? Why did he? What was that? This is like the Twilight Zone. There's the boom.
There it is. Okay, 500,000. And here comes the ball.
Anyone's guess is better than mine
Yeah,
as to why
not
he did that
sure
shots
what
first, but
happened there.
whatever, it worked out. And Stone with a well-deserved jackpot after this amazing multi-ball so far. Oh, nudge saves.
Nice. Back in the lock. He's right where he needs to be. He misses it. Oh, a nice chill maneuver.
And here comes the shots, I think.
Yeah, that post pass is not working. He's trying it. Oh, nope.
Reminds me
That's
very
trouble.
much of Sean Grant, but it's like one of those things where yelling as you shoot makes some people feel hyped up, but it's not working for him right now.
Nope.
It's making him
Goes.
less accurate than he usually is.
Time's up. Here comes the
And there
ball,
it
and he
goes.
loses it out the out lane. So,
So
he's back
he had
single
a
ball play.
lot of opportunities, but he at least came out with 1 jackpot, up at $1 million after ball 1. But he's made so many good outlane saves, Jeff. Oh my goodness.
If he can get that back open in one shot, he can be right back where he was. Which he
A
missed.
little bit late, but it relit the
Yeah.
whole visor. But that's going to reset.
It put. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Because he had completed that much during multi-ball.
Yep. And you know, that was a great ball, but Stone is not happy.
No.
And the caliber of play that you need
He
to.
knows what he's up against.
Yeah.
He knows what he's up against.
Great play from him. He cashed out a little bit, but too many missed opportunities for him to feel good about that.
Yeah, I had a hard time finding that shot too.
You know, I actually remember hitting the jackpot when I had the opportunity to shoot it. I just had a really hard time ever surviving the eye feast.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Josh steps up. He's wiping it down.
Oh, that's what I forgot this weekend. I forgot my IFPA towel.
Are you one of the players that will wipe it down?
All right, so I never was, and I did it at the New York City Pinball Championships, and I was digging it, and I meant to start doing it more often, sort of just like as a, not really a germ thing as much as it is like a ritualistic
Yeah.
thing, calming, give yourself a second. I'm a firm believer of like, you know, walking up to a game and having something that, you know, makes you feel habitualized right before you play.
Yep.
And you know, not that I'm a germaphobe, but there's a whole bunch of
Ooh, harsh out lane. That was nothing you could do.
tough
there.
ball one.
So fast.
Plus, you know, you gotta make use of that towel that Josh gives you for paying $250 to not qualify. Oh my God!
Man, nice save.
See, every single time that happened to me, I thought, wow, this out lane is brutal, but Stone has got it all figured out,
Right
and
around,
just
gonna get in the shooter lane.
and he does not want to go down without a fight here. Nice in lane there. And it seems like he's playing this game a lot faster than he usually does,
Yes.
but it's working for him.
I noticed it's not much pausing.
He's not usually a rush type player. Oh, he doesn't like the return from
Nope.
this. I wish we had the Stone mic right now. It's so much fun when he's animated to listen in. All right.
2 shots.
Oh, but he
And I
hit
think he got them
both.
both. So the visor opens up and
All right. Good chance for him to pad his
Yep.
lead here.
brick that one. No.
Oh, extra ball's lit.
Which, as we saw, can be very lucrative with that skill shot.
All right, yeah, at least 100,000 plus bonus. nothing to say no to.
We had 400,000 when last time we saw this play. There it is, the extra ball.
Well, no, the skill shot resets at the start of a new ball. So the most
Somebody, but it didn't. With extra ball, it holds, doesn't it? Because it's an extra ball.
maybe there's a way to have the solar value roll over, but I believe here if he executes this, he can get 100 plus bonus. Doesn't.
Yeah, that was at 2x value, so
Okay.
it does. Since it's extra ball, it holds it.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Now he's not allowed to touch the machine. He's not allowed to touch the machine. He's not supposed to be doing that. That might be a problem, Stone. You're not supposed to do that, Stone. I don't know if that's going to be a warning or not, but he did just break a very well-known rule. Not allowed to touch the cabinet to affect the game after you've plunged the ball. Let's see if Josh calls over Jim and says anything or just decides to play on. It probably would not be a game loss. It would probably be an official warning.
Right.
But there might be an interpretation where that was technically playing out of turn. He's not asking for a ruling, so I'm just going to shut up and watch. But that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Because that in lane to out lane, it was not really a difference in points, but you're not supposed to touch
Right.
the game after you plunge.
Yep.
The
I hear
TD should
ya.
have drained that.
I don't. Doesn't look like it's going to be an issue, Josh.
I
You're
don't think he
bringing it
wants
up,
to.
so-
Yeah, these
Yeah.
guys are pros. It's a great match so far. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. It probably would have just been a yellow card.
Yep. Josh dipping down in his stance.
Maybe I was being a little bit uptight there. I mean, like all things considered, the TD would have just drained it, so it didn't
Right,
matter. But
yeah. But hey, rules are rules, you know. Okay, so Josh has got a little work here, but as we saw, it just takes a couple of jackpots to get right up there. Yeah, he can certainly do that.
all right, nice bounce over, and he's gonna open the visor here.
Traps up and lock.
There's a quick lock.
That's,
Some vitamin water before the next skill
that's
shot.
not G Fuel.
You know, Ray Day loved the G Fuel.
Oh, did he?
So, world champions drink G Fuel.
200,000 on the skill shot
Oh,
with
a little bit early.
a 2x.
Tried to trap up her there, but didn't stick. And here's the
There we
multi-ball.
go.
So interesting. It says double scores, right?
Yep.
So the jackpot is always a set value. So does that mean everything else is double? Like, but what,
I believe everything else is
but
double.
what really
not the
scored like
jackpot.
that? That shot there is double. Okay. All right. Jackpot's lit. Nice bounce over. Great control.
Boom.
And he booms on his first try. There's 750. And Josh is going to start making his comeback here. He's already more than halfway there at 1.2. And you can feel Eric sweating in the background saying, man, I wish I did not miss that jackpot before because now it's...
that one's gone. So
All right.
That's it. But he is
But it's
within
still ball two. And as he
reach.
builds his catch... Oh, nice save.
Whoa, and he makes it all the way
On
around
the
the ramp.
fly backhand on the save.
Did he just... No, I guess he missed it. I thought he hit the open. Oh, nice
beautiful.
save. They got the danger.
Only one danger. Cashes in at 122. And he's almost there now with the bonus. Thank you, Pinwiz.
P-Wizard 23. Whoop, and there he goes.
All right, after the bonus count, we're going to have as close as you're going to ask for. Within 200. Oh, pretty much tied. Maybe a 200,000 difference. 150. One skill shot, basically. Yeah. All right.
We got
The tournament life
Close
on the
game.
line for Eric Stone. He needs to pad his lead here to feel safe. Almost had a house ball, and he turned his attention away.
lock,
All right. What?
skill shot.
Oh, I think somebody went into his peripherals and it distracted him or something. But he wants this here. He just needs a good feed from the pops.
Which can be bad.
And he got it.
He got it, though.
And here's a
the
swing,
lock,
and
he's
he
got
booms it. Stone saying, I'm not going down right now, Jeff. I'm ready to win this tournament again. I'm going to force the game 5. I'm putting pressure here. Oh, dude.
Almost. He's in trouble. He's in
Jackpot's
trouble.
lit.
Yep.
All right, I think
Okay.
he should chats it here because he's really good at chatsing. Oh,
Nope,
never mind.
He made it, but missed the shot. He's having a hard time with that ramp. There it is. 500,000. Oh, and right off the
750.
right. Oh, that's trouble. That is.
All right, but he doesn't mind that. In this situation with 1 ball to go, that 750 is all he could have asked for
Yeah.
out of the multi-ball.
Now he's going to make a shot to get the visor to close. And there it goes.
And
Hey, does he get the skills?
is it
No.
going to go back in? No, but he in-lane passes it
look at
over.
that.
It looked like he wanted an in-lane trap, but it worked out. Why did he transfer it?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm not sure. I
Maybe he
would've-
wants to just hit the 85,000 and say forget it.
Could be. I would try to open the visor again, but for that one shot. But then again,
Yep.
he's a much better player than I am.
Oh yeah, you know what? I just remembered when it went in there one time, he panicked and shook the game, so he doesn't want to touch that. He doesn't like to return.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wrong about that. Maybe he just felt better about shooting the visor from the right side. That's why he transferred it over. But he's about to reopen it again anyways. One more green shot. And we're
There
right
it
back into the
is.
visor being open.
And there he gets it under control, hits the center, and hits it again, and bricks it again. Control, shot, still not finding it.
Momentarily lost the shot on the eyes, but making good returns and trapping up each and every time.
There it
There's
is.
one.
All right, so he got a shot, a skill shot as well.
Whoa, he gave that some leg movement for the skill shot.
Oh,
no, don't do
man.
it. Not like this.
And lock 2.
All right.
Right back at him. There's the lock.
All right. Jackpot's lit again. Nice dead bounce.
Here we go.
And that's a boom.
500,000.
As we unison boom, he is now up over 2 million in the lead.
And right back in the lock. And look at that. Boom, boom, done.
It did not award 750 that time, but 500 more doesn't hurt.
Yep.
Vortex times 4, and he gets the top.
That 100,000 would have been nice for that skill shot times 4.
Oh, the center post, but great multi-ball there with clutch ball 3. It looks like he lit the extra ball. No, he didn't. Sorry,
Oh.
that's just that yellow, orange thing.
Yeah, he's all the way over to Saturn.
All right. Reopens the visor.
One shot to do that.
Collects the 72. He's not going to like the feeder. He's going to give it a shake.
I don't blame him for not liking that feed. There's the extra. Got max multipliers on the bonus.
He's really getting low for that skill shot.
I don't know why he's full plunging that skill shot. I would.
You know what it is? It changed, and I feel like it was softer earlier, and now it's further back towards a full.
Yeah.
But it's got something to do with the way you release it. You know what I'm talking about? Like when a plunger wants you to just
Yep.
give it just the right amount of elbow. Great ball from Stone.
And he's
Up
got
at almost
another shot.
5 million now, plus the skill shot.
And I believe that skill shot will still have that X on it. So
Okay.
I think it'll be at 6. Boom. 600,000.
And you proved me wrong, and Stone is the beneficiary of a very valuable skill shot, extra ball there. Wow, that really is a very valuable.
Yep. If you get that's where the extra ball
That's,
comes
that's
in.
a jackpot, yeah.
That's a jackpot right there. That's more than a jackpot at basic value. So yeah, because it's the extra ball, it carries on like it's the same ball.
Yep. Another cool difference between the pinball and the jackpot, as we said,
Yep.
you know. All right.
now
Josh
Josh's work cut
can
out.
certainly crush this and come
yeah.
back and win this match here.
If anyone can do it, it's him.
He's going to need a long multi-ball or two, and we saw him execute the last one so well that I would not be surprised if we get an exciting ball 3 here where we see a comeback of sorts. His visor is not close to being opened yet, but wow, that was like a hard but successful skill shot.
See, it's moments like this when that drain all of a sudden becomes a lot more, oh my God,
Yep.
is that going to drain? Because it's over if he does. Tensions go high. I don't know. I don't know if he's calm, but I know I'm not. Oh, man. Oh! That'll do that for this game.
It was a quick, weird bounce there.
Yep.
I mean, he probably could have done something, but it was like really strange, that motion. You can't always react to that.
Tied up at 2 apiece between Eric Stone and Joshua Henderson in the semifinals. You're watching the Pintastic Silverball Rumble live from Pintastic in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Waiting to get into the finals here as soon as these guys can wrap up this back and forth seesaw battle.
It's game
they're
5 of
having
5.
in semifinals. This is going to come down to this one here.
So
See who goes advance. And
each person has won the game of their choice. So now Josh has the advantage of picking game 5. Let's see where he will take us.
Winner of this game will face Jerry Bernard for the title. There you have your bracket. Although for some reason that's not updated. Mine shows Jerry Bernard is advanced.
And for those of you tuning in, welcome to the game 5 of the top 4 battle between Eric Stone and Josh Henderson in the Pintastic Silverball Rumble. You'll see the final 2 players battle it out after this game. I'm Greg Pavarelli repping Oscar Blues. Jeff Parsons wearing his Pin Mania shirt. And we've seen a lot of great pinball, Jeff.
And all of a sudden I looked up, and while this has all been going on, the vendor hall is clearing out significantly here.
Yeah, they said a 9 o'clock cutoff, and I think we're going to go over that, so they're going to have to let us finish. Hopefully it's not a hard cutoff. I know Allentown literally will end the tournament.
Oh, boy.
We had to see, the year that Tim Sexton won before it was a circuit, he beat Steve Bowden and Trent. They had to cut it only from 3 games to 2, which was not a big deal, TGP-wise or for fairness sake.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll do a hard cutoff here.
I don't think so either. I think
I know. Actually, though, Pinvasion was a hard cutoff.
Was it really?
They start early or something like that, or maybe it wasn't Pinvasion, maybe it was Louisville. But there are other events where the people running it are like, no, there's a set time. So, but certainly the finals is going to take another hour. I mean, I mean, unless it's a 3-0 sweep, which is unlikely most of the time, and even that, we still have a game to play plus 3 games.
Yep.
We're gonna run late, but
this is gonna be late. Yeah, you know, I had a late weekend last weekend. Why not again?
Yeah, I didn't sleep last night. You don't see me complaining.
At Pin Mania until 1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Which is, later than I want it to be.
You know what I didn't remember? I didn't remember it being a 3-round, even though that's 9 games cutoff. Was that always the way it was before the cut? Because when I played, I didn't remember that. And
the year before, it was.
Whoa! No way. We're seeing baseball to decide it all. I would not have bet that in a million years.
Wow.
I would have lost my house, my underwear. I would have lost it all.
So this is Gottlieb's baseball.
You're gonna take the shirt right off my back. It's a one-player game, so Stone has the advantage of knowing exactly what he needs.
Well, this may speed things up.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about this game is I always feel like the 500 outlanes are where I get most of my points, which is embarrassing. The left pop bumper is dead on this one.
Okay.
But you light the pop bumpers by having a man on first and third. I guess those targets that say 50 is like a single and it moves them around, but I don't really think I just flail on this game. I mean, when the ball's in the flipper, just shoot. The very targets can score. It's kind of a tight playfield. It's hard to get it back up top.
And you got those little itty bitty flippers.
I used this game in one ticket just at the end when I was desperate for time, but like.
All right, so he wants to get those pops lit with the 1 and the 3. Or getting Is that what the rollovers do? Will that put a man on first, a man on third, or is just advance that many bases?
I'm not 100% certain, but I vaguely remember the target that you see 50 or 100 might see how it says double, triple. I
yep.
think those are the singles.
Okay.
So a triple will score runs. The runs actually don't matter.
Right.
But the position of the guys on the play field to get those hundreds lit. Otherwise, the scoring is kind of as you see on the play field, 500, 100.
Oh, it looks like that pop bumper is not dead.
It's not dead, but it's not lit right now. But
Okay.
the left one is kind of lame.
All
like.
right.
Oh,
Whoa,
nice save there,
wow.
dig.
I don't
Beautiful.
know how he got that. There was no flipper there to get it with, it felt like. That's
Yeah, I'm not
Yikes.
versed on this game to know what the 1, 2, 3 does up top, but
well, when he hit the one, it did light the one star rollover.
okay.
The first base star rollover. So.
Now a good score in qualifying on this game was somewhere around 5,000.
Okay.
In a match play or head-to-head situation, I'd say you'd have a fighting chance with 3 or 4 maybe. Wow.
Yeah, I did not expect this at all. Here we go.
Good plunge there. Oh, you're right. The one
Yep.
put a guy on first, so
And on first, so I'm guessing the question is, when you hit, does it advance the runner?
oh my God! I was
how
about to
in
say he made a flipper mistake, but then he bails it out with an amazing dig, and it's the second time he did it. Henderson might be the master of zipper
Wow.
flipper digs, and that's
No.
gone.
Yeah, there's nothing you do there.
That was super impressive.
Yep.
The gap is so big, I don't even know what he did.
Yeah, no idea.
I mean, it was so like blatantly like focused that he did it with intention. It wasn't like he got
Right.
lucky. He
No.
dug it. He dug
He
it
knew
up.
what he was doing. All right, let's see where this. We're kind of learning the game a little bit. Let's see if it lands in a 2. Lands in, nope, nothing.
So those.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, and a house ball. Now
there
he's
it
going
is.
into ball 5, I think. Now tilt ends game.
Yep.
So no matter what your score is, someone can unfortunately end the game immediately.
Yep.
So there's even if it's a low scoring situation, anything can happen. At the Sanctum 24-hour battle last year, I believe someone tilted and ended a crucial match in the last 2 games. Nice pass there. Nails the very target. Oh, but
Oh,
it
it
drains
misses.
off of it, and that was either ball 4 or 5.
That was 4.
4. Okay.
Here's 5.
Here's 5.
This is ball in play sits on the apron for this game, I believe. If it's the like all the other godlings in this area. Oh, and can't
500.
get it out of there.
All right. 1838 is an extremely low score for baseball, but anything could happen in a game like this. I would never call it this early. I mean, house balls are plentiful in this game. Stone could risk a tilt, and
Yep.
you know sometimes you shoot, hit nothing, and drain down the middle in this game. What Stone really wants is to make sure he drains out the out lanes.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's what the
4
points are.
balls out the out lane, he's
You
gonna
got it.
win.
Yep.
So Levy,
Levy's here.
Levy,
I just want to get a little guest commentary on that. Look,
I would have never picked this game, Levy. I don't know about
look,
you.
I don't know why, because he's one of the top players in the world, but I think Josh thought he couldn't beat him on a real game, and he picked this luck box.
No,
that
I
could
don't
happen.
think so. I think Josh is confident against anybody. I think he
Then why did he
liked this
pick this
game.
luck box?
I think he liked this game. There's no way he did it out of fear, dude. Josh is one of the best ever.
There's 500 right
There's
there.
500.
I don't know, man. I don't know why I picked this.
By the
game.
way, since we're in Massachusetts, I said the best way to save a beef is with some lobster to get the surf
yeah,
and
you
turf.
definitely got to get the surf. Good call, Greg.
Oh, that one's gone. All right.
All right,
Wouldn't that be something
2
if he
balls
can get
down.
1,800 points on this.
I mean, like I said, Lev, he could accidentally tilt and end the game. There's a
He's
bunch
not
of
gonna
things.
tilt.
There's
you
a bunch.
can hit this. After a game, I smacked it around to see what the tilt threshold was, and he's not going to
He's
tilt.
basically praying for out lanes.
Yep.
That's
there it
that's
is.
perfect.
Oh boy.
And
It's over.
it's ball 4 now.
It's over.
Can you imagine like
And this was such a great match, and
training to win?
It's over.
that 200 is going
It's
to put him
gonna
pretty
drain here.
close.
No. Usually it drains out the left when it goes down that left
There's
side.
on
And that's
fire.
it.
That's it. He wins on the drain.
Great play from both Josh and Eric Stone. Congratulations on a great tournament from both of them. And Eric Stone's run for maintaining his defending title as the Pintastic New England champion is alive. But Jerry Bernard, a man who has played all of these games excellently throughout this tournament, a man that simply embarrassed me with a 3-0 steamroll. All right, I almost won 2 of the games, but I felt belittled. And, Jerry is comfortable on this lineup. Stone's comfortable on this lineup. They're going to like their picks. We're about to see a bloodbath, Jeff. I'm calling it now. We're going to see 5 games. And it's not going to end on baseball, but we're going to see.
I know announcing is hard, and you guys need your energy. So.
Oh my God,
look at that,
Zen,
Zen.
give me a hug.
French
I've been
fries.
hungry for 3 hours.
Hey, you guys gonna eat those?
As you see, New Yorkers are quick to give and
take off.
Give and take. Hey guys, where are you getting dinner later? We're doing lobster? No, just wait for the finals.
Another hour.
Just wait for me, dude.
You're gonna let me get in the fucking booth.
Yeah, chill with us, dude. Do you think that men like Jeff and I would ever deny Levy Naiman joining us in the booth, the master of beef?
not.
The master of...
Like 4 hours. How can you do this?
Master of beef.
Dude, in Denmark, I did 19 hours straight. And I had about 30 beers.
Right now, special show pricing on the leading up.
All right, Levy Naiman joining us in the booth. You're going to have to speak up, Levy, as we have...
Of course, now I'm the only one on the shot.
Front corner of the vendor hall.
Yeah, sit on the other side.
No, I'm gonna sit behind you. We're gonna do this Denmark style.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Nah, nobody has to look at me. What's up, gang?
How's it going, man? Nice
Pretty beefy.
Nice run in the tournament. I know you're disappointed with that last round, but hello, Peter. How you doing?
Great. Good to see you. Are you heading back tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I'm running out with the family. Hello.
This is Peter, owner of Sunshine Laundromat,
Hello.
which I've been plugging thoroughly throughout this broadcast.
Good man. Hang on. Let me give you the money.
There's no way that
Speaking of money, what was the deal between you and Keeler for him to drop out? That was
Look.
just he didn't feel like playing?
Look, I mean,
There were some rumors that there were shenanigans.
Look, I asked Keeler if he would let me play since he had been saying that he didn't want to play, and he had that situation with his.
You heard it first.
lock-
Yeah, he had the problem with the Wizard. That was confirmed.
Look, moral of the story is I was really sad, and Keeler didn't really care too much, and he was nice to me about it.
So it was
I
on
was
the
lucky.
level. It was
but,
on the level,
But
folks.
you know what? I got steamrolled as I deserved. I could have punched my ticket a million ways. I even voided my number 1 on X-Men.
I remember that.
But
Never void a
all
number
things
1.
considered, Levy, 3 people that didn't need to do what they did on the last 3 games knocked me down to 3 points. It was really a shitty situation for me.
Just so you know, I voided a ticket at the end to not do that to you.
Well, thank you. But nonetheless, here we are in the finals.
All right, we're back.
Thanks for
He sounds
reminding
a
me.
little bitter about that.
I'm
Great.
going with the G Fuel.
Great work, Levy. I know you always want to be in the finals,
I'm very
but
disappointed I couldn't make the final.
you've proven
four,
to
but what are you
always
gonna
be an
do?
amazing player. You won the pin golf for $150
I did.
yesterday.
And Zen, I think, is going to win. Zen, what'd you end up with in that round of pin golf today? 14?
19.
How'd you get 19?
Same way you did. You were.
All right, this is the finals here, folks.
It's because I didn't get a 5 on Grand Prix.
All right, so the camera is moving.
Working on getting that squared away.
Who's driving the bus? Stone?
Oh, really? Is this practice? No.
No, there's no practice.
All right, Jerry against Stone for all the marbles, for the whole bowl of chowder, for the entire lobster.
Oh, and he gets it.
He does get it.
Opens up the visor.
Yeah, I'm sure this won't come as news to our viewers, but Stone has been absolutely butt-fucking this game for the entire weekend. Mark tells me we're allowed to work blue.
Okay, I was about to say, because I've been basically hinting at the same, but now that I know all bets are off, welcome Levy to the booth.
He's been getting 8 million, 6 million.
There he goes.
Although in the crucial game against Josh last round, Levy, he struggled with his jackpot
see
shot
that. And
until
he
he got
beefed
it.
it, right?
No, he won,
Yeah,
but
he won.
it took him until ball 3 to find it.
All right, so in case people don't know what you do, shoot the visor, then shoot the right ramp, and you will get a jackpot of, I find, 500 unless it's been juiced up, which you, all right, there it is.
All right. And players have had a hard time with the post transfer, but he's got control here, and that's a boom.
I feel like you guys are probably a little tired, so just let me do all the screaming. What is that? It went back to the shooter lane. He's got to plunge that.
He's got to plunge it. He's got to plunge
He's
it.
asking, but he's got to
No,
plunge
of course he's got to plunge it.
It's pretty nice that he gets a free skill shot.
Yep.
I've never seen that before, but I guess...
No, it can
happen.
happen.
Yeah, it's just, you know what, it's leaning, this game's
It
leaning.
gives you the solar value like doubled because
It's just this game's leaning so far to the left that it never goes into the shooter lane off of that ramp.
Correct.
So yeah, he's got 2x on this skill shot if he can.
You really
nail
don't
it
think
middle.
Josh just picked that luck box thinking he didn't want to go toe-to-toe on Dredd or something?
No,
I don't know
dude.
why he picked
There's
that.
no way.
Oh, he had 3x on that.
And they're now at 1,000,000 points. with the
Alright.
jackpot lit again.
I saw Maya post pass, so I'm sure
Yeah,
there it is.
no, yeah.
Boom.
There it is.
And another
And
boom.
that's 750, right? No, that's another 500.
No, it sticks
Okay.
at 5.
I saw it. Oh, but you can, before the multi-ball, you can juice it up by hitting it.
Yes.
All right. Thank God you guys are here to tell me what the rules are and all these
Once
games.
you-
God,
once
is he
you
gonna
collect
get
it,
another
then-
jackpot?
Yeah, he is.
Here comes the pose
That's
pass.
the thing about
right here.
the thing
Textbook
about
as
the thing about
always.
Wait for the planet.
the thing about Eric is
I don't
once he
think
gets
so.
momentum, he is scary good, and he
There it is again.
He is a monster. He's a monster.
if he
Come on,
can
Jerry.
if he can follow up Pintastic with a second win, that would be the second tournament that he doubled in a row after a
Jerry, I'd just
Pinvasion.
walk
And
up.
then we're talking GOAT, right?
No,
If I was Jerry, I'd walk up to
but
it
Jerry
and go
is
the
going
next
to
game.
come back strong
Yeah,
here,
Jerry's
and
gonna
we're gonna
come
have a
back
battle.
with a non-stop assault of classics. But he's gonna have to break serve if he wants to win this thing. He's gonna have to beat Stone on one of these Stone picks.
Well, Stone's other pick is Transporter, and he's been absolutely crushing it too. He got 14 million last
And what's
game.
the third Stone pick?
There hasn't been one because he wasn't choosing the other games.
Here it comes. Let's see if he can get.
I
Yeah, he
could beat
did
him
get
at
it.
Transporter.
Of course. We could all beat Stone if we were playing, but yet we're not. We're sitting here eating cold French fries.
They're warm.
Another
They are-
jackpot
What is
lined
this,
up,
number 5 he's going
and
for?
this is just
Yeah, this will be
getting
jackpot
a
5.
little bit early that time. A little
Way
bit
early
beefy,
that
but
time.
he can
He
he can
should go for
recover.
Casino Run right now.
Oh, wow.
Since they both
Nice
That's- And
Oh, a little
missed
early.
it.
since they both been playing for so darn long, I really wonder. I can
Is
curse.
the G becoming an issue?
No, I know. I'm saying. I want to know
That one was 750.
who
Yeah, see,
Oh,
that was
that one's
750.
out.
who do you think started grunting mid shot first, the Storm or the Weatherman? Sean Grant or Eric Stone? They didn't even know each other at first.
Oh, of course, the Storm. Just because he's been doing this longer. All right? His
Well-
multi-ball's over now? Yes. So he's going to try to get it open with one shot. That is crucial because, as we know, the visor resets, so you really want to nail it on
I'm
one
a little
shot.
bit shocked he's only at 3
Boom.
million, but that's really good.
Oh.
Uh-oh, he broke it.
All right.
Oh.
Adam Kiesler with some
Adam
artwork in the
Kiesler.
background. Sorry,
It's
Kiesler.
Kiesler.
Rocking it.
Adam Kiesler sporting his Pinball Rasta shirt.
So he finishes ball
Shout
1
out
with
to Al.
just over 3 million. That's pretty impressive.
I'm not so impressed.
Insane ball one.
You know what? I would have done that. Right, son?
Levy should be humbled in the fact that just watching Stone play Iron Maiden in the free play area last night almost scared him away and wanted him to just go back home altogether.
Yeah, I was about to just turn around and go home back to New York after watching him put up 1.4 billion on Maiden without even breaking a flop sweat. Oh man! Come on, Jerry. And now he's got his
Should conserve
visor.
his energy. Just walk up, turn the
Look,
game off.
Yeah, tank this one and just move on to the next game.
Jerry Bernard is known for the Jerry Ball, which
That's
is a
true.
ball 3 comeback.
Yeah, the Jerry ball, he could do it in one ball.
He Jerry
That's
balled
what
me
he
twice
does.
tonight when he rolled me. All right.
Uh-oh.
Man, I'm really tripping out. The game keeps moving all over the place.
Well, it's in space, so what do you expect?
And so do we. He's getting us all in there.
Woo! That was us coming into the shop.
I'm looking forward to the classics. I'm looking forward to these games that Jerry's going to pick. We're going to see some Stern pinball, maybe. We'll see definitely 9-ball, right? Oh boy.
For those of you tuning in, things have gotten very crazy very fast,
They have.
both in the play and in the booth, but things are going to continue down this path of
All right,
strong
I'm
play.
snorting some G Fuel.
Snorting?
I don't have time to mix it. I'm going to have to snort it.
How much of that do you have there?
You know what? We're running out.
Is your garage full or something?
No, we're running out of G Fuel, and I need to strike another sponsorship deal soon so we can keep the G train running.
Look, I'll bring the cases of Dale's Pale Ale, you bring the tubs of G Fuel, and
Mama.
See, so now Jerry again has to start from scratch with this visor. It does. It's.
Nice
I think
in
it
lane.
must be a setting that it's
yes,
on. where it
yes, it's
does
a
it.
hard setting. It's an evil
boy.
setting at
Oh
that.
boy! Oh no, dangers! Nice save. And he's gonna
One
try
more
and-
target, and he transfers it over. Jerry's got the feel for the transfer. I think it's those
Yeah, but he
strong
doesn't have
hands.
a feel for the shot. People are always shooting that left ramp, that left flipper shots early because of this crazy
Look at
lean.
those swings. Oh.
Oh! The pose, a classic move from the classic player. Let's see if Jerry can get a Jerry ball going at ball 2. Does he have it open? Yes. Oh, that's not
This
good.
is gonna need Jim's help because what happens
Yeah.
is the visor pushes it up and it gets stuck again.
Yeah, we've seen that.
We're gonna see a trap left, giving him a good chance at a lock.
All right, here, you take my seat because I gotta eat something. I'm gonna go grab some dinner.
Did Levy scare you away, dude?
No.
I mean, he's been at it for 7
I'm looking at it,
hours.
it's like 8:30,
Jeff, it's been an
and I
honor.
have not seen my girlfriend or my son in the past.
It's been an honor.
It's okay.
Good seeing you.
I have never done more than like 3 hours in the booth. I don't see how you guys can sit here for 8 hours.
It's
doing
fun.
this. It is fun, but you get
You're gonna
tired, right?
drive straight home after this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say if you want to hang out a little bit, but
Yeah, we're gonna rage tonight, bro.
I got stuff to do with my kid tomorrow.
all right. Well, see you at
All right.
Pinburg. It was nice meeting your girlfriend and your
Thank
son.
you everybody for watching. Well, you're in good hands with these guys.
All right,
They're
I'm moving
hopped up on G Fuel.
I'm moving up to the number 2 seat, and Zen is moving up to the number 3 seat behind me.
Don't forget Pinball Players Podcast.
Yeah, that's a great
Pinball Players
podcast.
Love you. You should be on it.
Yeah, we should all be on it.
Yeah. No, he doesn't do podcasts. He only does
You know what? That experience went well.
cluster bucks.
So I will.
All right.
No, I don't listen to podcasts, but I
Yeah.
will guest on them.
There you go.
It was fun, Jeff.
All right.
Thank you.
See you, Jeff.
See you soon.
Swing and a miss. Sam, you want to grab the backs of the legs? I'm turning over these boys.
The what?
This seat right here.
See you soon, man. All right, Jerry got the visor open and needs to start this multi-ball here. You know, Levy, even though Stone had
Keeps beeping.
an explosive ball, it's not really that big of a lead.
It's really not. A Jerry ball would certainly get him back in business, and this is the first step.
Well, ball 2 Jerry balls are not really the same, but I mean, he could certainly get halfway there.
Well, he's all
And
right.
in.
There's a lock.
See if he can get it.
Jackpot's lit.
All right, it's going to be
There
a
we
nice
go.
setup.
All right. And in.
Nope,
No.
a little early. Nice recovery.
Oh, but he couldn't
Nice bail out there.
All right, he's got the post transfer down better than almost everybody else.
Oh, boy,
maybe not.
It's going to come back. Oh, boy.
He's got
it up
one
already.
last chance here. He's got to do it right now.
I
It's
think
coming out.
over. But he does a smart thing and traps up so we can lock up again.
We're
See how
gonna-
he handles this.
Post
Yeah.
cradle separation. Oh, the Ganyo up
That
and
was
over.
beautiful.
Oh my
early
God.
again. Late.
I love the Ganyo up and over. I want him to cash
Boom.
it out here.
Boom!
750. How come it's 750 and not 5?
Because he hit the ramp beforehand to juice it up, maybe? You can
Oh,
do
is that what happens?
Yeah, you can. If you hit it.
Back in.
Solar
Alright.
eclipse. Jackpot's relit. Bounces it over. He's got a trap here.
And boom.
And,
Oh, late.
He needs to find that shot.
Yeah.
Oh, nice
that
little
was very
tip.
nice.
Oh, but it's a
Early.
little bit early. Come on,
boy.
Jerry.
Oh,
he
I
shakes
think
it
he
out.
shook it out. Yeah. All right, now this is crucial because with the setting the way it is, you really need to try to reopen your. Oh, did he get screwed there? No.
It's still. Oh, now he did.
No, he's got to hit a
No,
switch.
he's got to hit the left ramp. Is what most people are going to want to do.
Right, absolutely.
Or
And that
the
can,
ramp.
or the scoop.
there you
There
go.
it is. All right, now it's going to reset.
Now, hopefully, it goes back in the plunger lane for him, so he can get a
It never goes to
300,000.
the plunger
It
lane
does
'cause that's-
sometimes.
'cause that left. Well, I mean, it just doesn't a lot because that left
Nice.
lane. Oh boy, that's trouble.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hit that visor.
Oh, he got a dead bounce there, but he opts to flip.
All right, now he's in
regains
good
control.
shape. There
There
we
we go. All right.
All right, this is
And
crucial. This
back
is
in
crucial.
and
And he boomed it.
takes it.
Nope.
Oh, just
didn't
barely
do it.
missed
It
it.
was a
It didn't
little.
do it. That's
He
why you
hit.
always got to shoot for that far left one.
Why? Oh, because if you miss, it's harder to
Yeah,
miss.
you miss, it goes into the scoop.
That's nice. Nice backhand for the energy value there. It's 126 in the bank. He's still about halfway there to catching up. This is ball 2,
Now
right?
he's got a
Yes,
pound
ball
on the
2.
visor.
He
man.
really does. I don't know how else you could do it unless you're just gonna.
Ramp out, build your solar value.
You could try that. Get an extra ball. Get a skill
He's
shot.
just got to go right back to
Go for the
visor.
planets, dude.
Nah, right back to visors, guys.
Or go for the scoop.
The score,
Max
the
scoop
score,
out.
the scoring is so minimalistic on that other stuff, and the feed is not
Yeah.
even safe.
It's really true.
As much
The
as I
feed
love
from the
pin,
That was nice.
as
That
much
was
as I
nice.
love Pinbot, it's a one-trick pony.
He's getting close. About 3 or 4 more hits on that should do it. Well, it looks like 5. Oh, that's not true.
Nice
Whoa,
in
nice
lane.
in lane.
And it only took us 10 minutes to chase Jeff out of here.
Well, Jeff and
Good
I,
job, guys.
Jeff and I were
I know you've been at it for a while. You've been at it for
we
a
were
while.
working well together, and there was a calming aspect. Our booms were a little bit more quiet, but you know what? It's refreshing to have the genuine boom of Levy Neiman.
You know what? It's not time
And
to be calm.
I think you did kind of scare him away, but I think he had a good run.
Oh boy.
Oh, you can tell
And
that was
we're
trouble.
not reading the commentary, but certainly the commentary is probably reacting to this extremely volatile new booth.
Yeah, we don't have time to read the chat. We are here to.
I can't see good anymore, man.
Really? Too much
Tilted
G Fuel or too much commentary?
No, I stopped wearing contacts at the age of like 16, and I had 20/20 vision.
Hey, this
But
is really
but
small
but like
font.
seeing screens and small print, it's too hard.
All right. God, look at the
All right.
intensity
So
of
they
Eric.
both
Eric
have
Stone.
scrambled visors.
Eric Stone
Yeah, they
trying
both got scrambled visors.
trying to take
He's
the
just
1-0
ramming.
lead
See,
in
look
this
at that
match.
solar
Needs to
value.
pad his lead here.
What is the solar value? That's
1 million.
under the ramp.
He added $1 million.
But
Added
how do
$1
you
million.
get the solar value? Oh, you mean
Like
for,
that.
the,
Look
for
at-
the jackpot?
See, look,
Yeah, he's adding to the
1.25.
jackpot. Yeah, he's adding to the jackpot.
Huge.
But what he's trying to do is get more skill shots right now.
Well, he's also made that
Oh
jackpot.
yeah,
huge
going to the
now.
sun, baby. We're going to the sun.
The jackpot is huge now.
Where are we at?
If he's-
Pluto right now?
That's 100,
You're in
1.5
this?
mil. It's
He wants this skill shot. He's eventually going to get it. Nope.
He's not very good at that skill shot. He always seems to just full plunge it and
He
get the
power
high
plunges it. Oh.
one. All right, it's over. Let's see if Jerry can get a multi-ball.
And Jerry ball it.
All right.
Yeah.
Stone with an amazing ball one doesn't do too much for the rest of the game, but at a solid 3.5 million, Jerry's going to need
Definitely
it.
doable, but
Jerry's going to
sad.
need about 1.6 to do it, 1.5
But he has
and a
to
half.
knock down his whole
Yeah.
entire.
Oh, boy.
But that's one multi-ball and 2 jackpots away, more or less.
I think he could just chop wood and get it the other way, dude.
It would be.
That would
like
be
a
a way too
forest.
many shots,
It would be a
dude.
forest of wood, but it could be a.
I mean,
look at that. Shoot
Jerry,
the scoop. What's the
Jerry,
scoop live for? 75?
Jerry can be a lumberjack from time to time, but I think he's probably just going to go.
He's building up his.
Oh, look at the value stays.
Oh, it stays between him and.
Whoa, that's insane.
Does that mean one
That means
jackpot's
yeah,
gonna
one
win?
jackpot and it's over. So he's gonna have to backhand, try and get something going.
Shoot scoop.
Oh boy! Wow, I thought
That's
that was
great.
trouble.
Shoot scoop.
Nah, you don't want to. Come on, you got to get that thing open. There it is. Nice ball handling there by Jerry. You know, I don't like this backhand. It keeps kind
Yeah,
of.
he keeps missing it.
I think he's got a. Oh boy!
nice nudge.
Oh boy! That's a can of worms right here.
This game lets you get away with a lot of side-to-side nudges.
Too many. Oh, that was a nice bounce. Oh, nice panic backhand. Did he hit
got a
anything?
backhand, I think. On
Yeah.
He got a early. He's got to go way earlier. See, he's not going early enough.
Well, you got to go early from the. That was beautiful. Dealing with the
Oh, one
flipper
more,
high.
But he
one
didn't get
more.
it.
Let's see if he
No,
can
no,
get
he
it.
hit it once. All he's got to do is hit it one more time.
All right.
Now
Post
this is a
pass.
tight backhand.
No,
he's going to post transfer.
all right.
And
People have a tendency to go early here because
That's a
lean. That's
boom.
it. That's it.
was that it?
He
Yeah.
opened it. Yeah.
And
2
extra ball
shots
is lit.
away from making
Extra
this
balls
interesting.
are out, but we'll give you another skill
No,
shot.
but it
Yeah,
rolls
he
over
could
the
get- he
it
could
rolls
get
over the
skill shot
value.
points.
It's like 5x.
Well,
It could
it's
be-
all about this multi-ball here. Can he get the ball? Can he get control and get another shot?
Give
and
him
get
a
that
chance,
multi
folks.
started?
Give him a chance.
Oh boy, watch out
Needs
for
a
that
right
lean.
eye.
Nice.
Range control.
All right. And kaboom.
And he hits it.
Boom.
All right,
Here
multi-ball.
we go, folks.
And is this the final part of the Jerry ball?
Stone creeping up behind him.
Starting to encroach a little
Jim
bit.
just had to pull him back. I looked
Really?
over.
Oh
shit.
boy, that's trouble.
Oh,
Oh wow.
my
You can see that
my
ball
Jerry
just-
ball senses are tingling right now.
You can see that
Oh
ball
my
just
gosh,
drift to the
come
left
on.
every time it gets into open space. Oh boy.
Hey guys, so
Can of
the
worms, can of worms, can of worms.
oh, and
there's
he messed
the
up the
ball,
extra
too.
ball. He didn't get it. He
Yeah.
drained and missed the extra ball. Now he's
And he's got a danger.
now all of a sudden the Jerry ball is deflated and he needs to do a lot more work. He needs to
And
reopen
he
the
beefed
visor.
that skill shot for the reopen.
However, if he gets this extra ball, that skill shot multiplied will give him a chance.
No, I won't give him a chance.
Oh, and he didn't even do it. And that's all she wrote. Stone wins game 1.
Wow.
And now we're probably going to see some old Chicago if I had to wager.
Can't believe that.
Did you guys see the
Could have done it.
the old Chicago destruction that Jerry Bernard put on?
What'd he get?
He got 250,000, but when I say he hit the scoop about 9 or 10 times in a row from about
It's a very
double dead
friendly
bounce.
fees.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
that's
beef,
what I was
boom,
doing.
boom, beef.
That's what I was doing.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
you just let
beautiful.
it bounce.
Yeah,
and do
bounce
over
it,
and
and
over.
then comes over to the right, and then you send it back up. Very friendly old Chicago.
Wow.
What a great first game of this match. And I've got a feeling we're going to 5 and we're going to see a bloodbath of back and forth games just like that.
You know, Jerry had a chance to steal one there,
He
and
should have
and
had
he
that.
didn't do it. And that's
At
that's
this
tough.
level,
That's tough.
You
When you're
gotta
playing
do
stone,
it.
When you're playing stone, that's tough.
When you're playing the top.
Let's see what's going on in the.
Whoa, I've got
Going to
vertigo.
Dolly Parton.
Oh boy. Yeah, I figured he might be going to DP.
He did.
Little
He did.
DP action.
He did
Little
have the top
DP never
qualifier
hurt
score,
anybody,
right?
Levy.
Oh, look, somebody was rubbing on it there.
Yeah, you got to rub on Dolly.
He did have a. I think he was top qualifier on Dolly Parton.
So everybody that was telling me shooting the inline drop targets, I asked Jerry what he does because he blows this game up. He said he only shoots one inline and then
goes to the
focuses on
spinner.
on the spinners and the letters.
Yeah,
Then when his bonus is good, then he shoots the 2x. He doesn't care
makes
about it.
sense.
Hey, you know what's happening in the bronze match? I will find out. Hey, Howard, can you find
find out what's going on in the bronze match? What the score is right now?
Jay versus Henderson.
Henderson versus Jay Steinberg, my conqueror. Who also beat, no, he lost to Jerry.
Jay has always been a very scrappy player. He only comes out to my Selfie League finals, but he always puts up huge scores and makes good runs against all the top players in our area. You know, Alberto, Zoller, Bowden, us, me, and
He's a
Dan.
good
You took down Levy.
I beat.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I
No,
beat
it's
incredibly hard in that
Jay,
round.
Jay is always
I'm
in
not
it to
saying
win
Jay
it.
didn't play good. He didn't deserve it, but I did not represent myself well in that
He
round.
punched a ticket for a
happens in
bye. He
all of
followed
us.
it up with
I
great
know.
play.
So they're on game 1, ball 3.
Who's
What
he
game?
playing?
This is on Elvis. Josh is winning 175.
Jesus. All right.
Josh
what?
Anderson continuing to blow up
Josh
Elvis.
has 170 on Elvis.
What is it?
Third place is a cash difference and a
170 is a
trophy
lot.
difference,
Yeah,
Yeah,
170
yeah.
is good.
Third place will get a trophy. Fourth place will not.
and about 8 extra whoppers probably, or 6
Yeah, and
extra.
some more whopper. Nah, five.
Five.
Probably 5.
Hey, you know how much?
All right.
Get in there. Get in there. Oh, you want those parting letters. Those are
Now
hard to
this
get.
game leans a little to the right, which you
Oof.
can see right there.
Oof.
This game leans a little to the right.
That was some beef
And in
right there.
classic, that was pretty
Look,
beefy.
he's got 8 points.
No,
So
okay.
here's the thing about that gate on the right. It just seems to score 5,000.
Okay.
There's a gate that puts it back in the plunge in the plunge lane.
is?
Yeah, right. there on the
5,000
left.
is-
Oh, it goes up.
Now,
Sorry.
there's nothing more to it, but I guess it's because that scoop up top is so important. The plunge is so
Yeah,
relevant
yeah.
because there's no clean way to
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
the only
in.
way you can get
Now,
parting
yeah,
letters.
all right, he's
Did
got a
he even
spinner
get it?
lit. Yeah, he got
Oh,
it.
couldn't tell.
Now,
Alright,
this game
spinner's
has,
lit.
again, this
There's the
game
trap.
has a
Is he
pretty...
going to shoot it again, or is he going to shoot spinner?
No, he's just talking to himself.
He's going to go for the drops.
No, he's going spinner
That
to
was
get it
smart,
back
I
up
guess,
top
yeah.
for,
Look at that.
And he gets
for
some
letters.
20.
It's not a rip, but you maybe get 10 to 15,000.
Yeah, he got
out
like
of it.
15 out of that.
Now, yeah, this game leans to the right, and being an old Bally with
Crushes
cupped
the spinner.
inserts.
Look at that.
Boom.
He got like 20 something
Yeah,
out of that
was
one.
nice.
That was a big one.
Wow, he's playing this Jerry style. Let's see if he, goes for the pass, goes for the spinner.
Boom.
Can't argue with this.
Yep.
All right,
And there we go.
nice ball.
He gets.
Don't count Jerry out on the classics. No way.
I mean, if he gets a whole Dolly Parton spelled, you know.
All right,
He's screwing up the skill plunge though.
We got to ask at this point, who will stop Eric Stone? The GOAT,
Nobody here.
the future GOAT, the possible future GOAT.
You know, I do think Stone is going to
He wins
eventually win a
everything he
major.
plays in.
I think he's
Look
going to
at
win a major.
backhand that
one
target
day.
right there. I'd backhand
Yeah, I would do it.
Oh.
He's playing it safe. Wants to go for the spinner.
And you can shoot when it's on the right. You can do that shot right there,
Oh,
and
wow.
it'll give you letters.
That was nice. Letters and a hole.
Yeah. So that's actually a shot I like to shoot when I'm
What a
on, the,
cool
on the
looking
right
game.
on the right side.
I like those big records all over this game. Very
The
cool
big
looking game.
records. Is that what you like?
Yeah, the LPs.
The big. That's
giant
the big thing you
records.
like on here. Giant records. All right, there we go, folks.
Boom.
That
Nice
was a good rip.
spin.
Look at that. Still going. Oh yeah, he got 20 out of that.
The vendor hall will be
Oh, it almost went in. Did it give him 5 for it? It did.
Yeah, dude.
Oof, that was a bad flip.
Watch out for this lean.
And
Nice
Mamma
save.
mia.
Game is also pretty sensitive.
And he
Very
just
nice. Look at
after
that
that
rip.
dig, he just nails the
He's not
spinner.
getting any letters,
and
though.
he's
There we
gonna
go.
He's getting-
gonna retake the lead here after a bonus. Jerry not going down without a fight.
I think he starts thinking 2x, 3x at this point. No?
Yep, but oh my God, on
Oh,
the
he needs more
fly.
letters. There we go. There's an A. Is that an A?
Yeah, it's an A. It's flashing. I don't know what that means.
I
It's
think
probably a bad
I think
sign.
Jerry and Dolly Parton have a history.
Oh yeah, they have
See,
a
so now-
steamy history.
Oh, see, that
this
was
is
bad choice.
Of course, a Rock Fantasy favorite.
Almost every game in this lineup is either at Rock Fantasy or Keelers. Jerry's in his comfort zone.
Again?
Again, what?
I'll be back.
We cannot
Oh, not
cannot
on
say on camera, but
What are we doing there?
All right, Jerry is doing a Jerry ball thing here. He's not going for the he's just going for that spinner over and over again. And you know what? If you don't get that spinner and it comes back like that with that right lean, it's a pretty safe return.
he's just destroying the spinner,
Yeah,
Levy.
he really is.
Just like relentless.
Yeah, take note, guys.
Right when we were talking about the goat that's to be in Stone, Jerry's like, forget you guys.
Another one.
This is long from over, this match. I said it before, we're going to see 5.
Not a lot of bonus there, but who cares? He ripped that spinner, nice and healthy. Very little bone.
I mean, everybody's saying it's all about the dolly letters. I think Jerry just showed that you could just go spinner all day if you're feeling it. Put up a very respectable score.
Uh-oh.
There's an in lane.
All right,
Nails the
spinner-
target, but it's
Oh!
right back
you know,
down the
you
middle.
don't see that a lot on this one.
No, it's kind of reminiscent of
because
like
that right lane, it usually comes back to the right flipper. But all right, Jerry's got a little smile on his face. He's feeling good. Stone lurking in the background like a hungry jaguar chasing down a sickly caribou. But this caribou is not ready to go down, is it?
Oh, there's a
spinner
target.
lit, and he does not survive.
And he tries to
tilts.
save it, but he
Probably
tilts.
tilts.
Yep. So, Stone needs 122,000 on
Yeah.
ball 3.
Certainly doable.
Yep.
I mean, certainly by Stone, it's doable.
He's
Stone's
gonna let it
sit.
sit.
Settle down. He's gonna let it settle down a little bit.
And for those of you just tuning in, it's the Pintastic Silverball Rumble at Pintastic, New England, here in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. I'm Greg Pavarelli here with Levy Naiman, 2 New York City home players, all the way out here in Massachusetts, commentating on the finals here. Eric Stone against Jerry Bernard in what looks to be an
Boom,
epic
it's
battle.
over.
And
All
that
right.
was a
This
beef.
one's tied up at 1-1.
Now best 2 out of 3.
That was a house beef.
Advantage goes back to Stone as he gets game choice in game
What's it
3.
gonna be? Transporter?
Transporter.
God, I hate that game. We're gonna have
Well,
to watch him play Transporter.
You know what?
again.
I've learned a lot about Transporter from watching it in the booth. There's that upper flipper on the right side. You can hold it up,
Right,
stop the
trap
ball.
I wanted
hit-
to tell you that. I saw you
so,
playing it.
So in multi-ball, you just keep doing that, raise the value, and it seems to spot letters towards the jackpot. It's the safer.
Hitting the bowl spots letters.
It seemed to. That's what Josh was doing, unless I was crazy. But nonetheless, it's a controllable game, Levy.
Sure it is.
The pop bumpers give you some danger, but Stone was ripping it apart. And
Hey, Frank Ida. Eric Stone. what's
Stone,
going
where
on
are we
with the
going?
bronze match?
going on over there?
hey, where are we
What's
going?
the bronze match?
Oh, they're 1 game in. Stone, where are you
Sending
picking?
Stone out. We know what he's picking.
Transporter, Transformer.
Gotta pick that horrible game.
I need to win 2 more games.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I was
Just remember,
Dolly, but Dolly didn't like
Stone, just remember, chicken, not beef.
chicken.
Stone contributing his own link.
Sandwiches for all if I win this.
Yes.
Hey, we're holding you to that.
Wait. Chowder. Clam chowder. That's what we want.
All right.
At the Ox Head Town. That chowder is so good at the Ox Head Tavern.
I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend of both Jerry Bernard and Eric Stone. I was going to be unbiased here. I promise to stay unbiased as a commentator, but now that there's free food on the line, I will not
influence the booth with
I
free
will not
chowder.
I will not be disappointed if Stone wins it all. But I would be happy for Jerry as
chowder
well.
all around if Stone wins. Yeah. Stone getting the entire room behind him. And for a $4 bowl of chowder.
What happened? What did I miss?
It's even
We're going to game 3
So
and
Jerry crushed
and
it?
Stone just promises dinner if he wins.
Hey Mark, can you tell us, is there are they done with Elvis? Oh, they're playing Dolly now.
Classics, Jerry.
We don't want to
Look at that. Sucks.
we don't want to watch this match. We
you
want to
see
watch
that?
their
No,
match.
they'll move it over. They'll move it.
Did you see that? Oh.
Not that I don't want to watch this match, but we want to follow the finals.
Sorry about that.
For those of you tuning in, thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the high
Sweet
propensity
high
of this.
pitch. No beefs to the targets.
All right, let's all get our bearings here.
All right, yes. Everybody take a deep
So
breath.
basic-
Transporter. What
Alright.
is this? A Williams?
Trans Beefer is
What year?
it's actually a Bally, but it was made after I
Bally
believe.
Midway.
Yeah, but I believe it's a System 11. It was made right after the merger.
Ah.
As you can see, it's got that funky extra
got the
long flipper.
long
up top.
flippers, yeah.
But they changed the bottom ones to
Okay.
Williams flippers. So I believe in this game, Greg,
So
you want to hit those
shoot
drops
the
to light your locks.
So all he's gonna do is shoot the drops, and then
No,
he'll start
he's just
multi-ball, and then he'll shoot the
he's
drops
already
more.
got his locks.
You shoot the targets to get your multi-ball, and then in multi-ball, you could use that upper flipper to spot targets and get towards jackpot.
Is there any chance Stone loses this game? He's been destroying it the entire.
Only
Yeah,
if I
Jerry.
play him.
Jerry is a.
Yeah,
is-
Jerry's good,
Jerry's a
but
beast.
I mean, uh-oh.
Ooh, he didn't have his
boy.
ball. He kickback late. Why doesn't he shoot the targets to get his kickback?
The targets will. The ones on the left,
All right,
I believe.
all right, guys.
Yes.
Let's not speculate too much as to why he isn't doing things because he's been crushing this game. Just watch him in action. He feels
Dude,
very
I've
comfortable.
been crushing this game every time I played it.
He got 14, 10, and
You're
8
crushing
in the
shit right now.
finals.
The
Oh,
lowest
friend.
I got on it out of 3 plays was 3 million.
Yeah, in 3 games of finals, the lowest he's gotten is 7 or 8 million, dude.
Yeah. I got a 9
I think
on
we
it.
should just call this
Yeah.
game. Move on
All
to
right,
the
so
next
now he's
classic.
going to shoot
All right,
under the
all right,
flipper
guys.
to start multi-ball on
His-
the right side.
He doesn't hold it up. He just shoots on the fly.
You don't have to hold it up. It's above it. We just say under the flipper. It's not actually.
Now,
Okay.
It's
now,
just that space you can't see under where the flipper is.
Now, why is that stand-up flashing green? That's just a
it's
score
a, it's
value.
yeah, you can score it, but he
can-
hasn't
no,
built
that's
the
not what he's
value.
thinking about.
So there's a
There we
multi-ball.
go. So and what I would learning to do, I would hold the first one until I see the second ball kick out, and then
he'd like that. He's
I would
holding
shoot
it now,
But
but
see,
he
he
goes
should
to
have
the
waited
ball.
longer because this one's going to come out.
He's doing fine.
See, now he's got to worry about
He's doing
all
fine.
3.
So, Greg, now he needs to shoot those
Shoot the
drop
drops
targets
in
in order.
order.
Yes,
So
but
he's already
like
got two.
but like I said, Zen,
What's his value at?
I'm pretty sure from watching Henderson play it and watching Stone play it, if you shoot the toilet bowl, I think it spots letters, dude.
Maybe.
Because that's how Henderson lit his jackpot, and Stone was doing the same thing. They were doing a lot of toilet bowl.
Possible. I just shoot the targets, dude. Oh, and he's out of multi.
I might be wrong though. I might be beefing,
He's
but
out
all right.
of multi-ball, folks.
Now, I don't know what Zen was doing in that parking lot, but he's much chattier now.
that was a disappointing multi-ball for Stone. But he's at 1.3 million, a good start here, and right back
Going
towards
back to,
making
to
progress.
light the locks again, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's-
get any
Yeah, I
harder.
wonder.
No, it doesn't get any harder. It stays repeatable. You're gonna see nothing else. It's just gonna be
Probably the ball will
multi-ball,
just never
multi-ball,
drain,
multi-ball.
dude. This game's way too easy.
Uh-oh, that was almost a drain. But
Well, that was an errant flip early, but it's okay. He recovered. He's
Yeah,
at
you
3x
can
bonus.
Never drain on this game.
Oh, and he
basically.
missed.
he drains.
wow.
He drains. He misses. All right,
That was unexpected.
2 million.
that's not a bad
That was
first ball.
totally
2 million. 2 million for Stone on ball.
Considering he didn't really get much done, that's not a bad first
So when
ball.
I was playing, I would do, when I'm on the left flipper, I would shoot to the bowl to build up my million target.
Uh-oh.
And I'm on the right flipper, I'd shoot targets.
All right, well, let's see what Jerry does. Oh, boy, he
wow,
survives
that
an
was
inlane there.
All right, he got a sweep there, no?
Nope.
All right. Shoot those middle targets.
He's got his
There we
locks
go.
lit now, I think.
Nope,
Yes.
he needs
yes.
that. Nope.
Yeah, he got it.
It wasn't lit.
You know
That's
what the funny
It's
thing
gonna
is?
be the green light.
Stone,
got it, yeah.
Stone's ranked 10th in the world right now, so I just happened to check what this would do for him if he was to win again.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is he replaces a 25 with a 50, but then
it's nothing.
last year decays,
Yeah.
and it basically like
Once
to
you get to this level, you're just treading water unless you're blowing up.
All right,
Well,
shoot
he
under.
is blowing up everything, but
What's he doing?
he's going
Jerry, meanwhile, is still top 50 in the world if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, he's a top 50 guy.
And this would be a huge boom for him too. First or second place is going to move him up towards
Oh,
the beautiful. Oh my God, Jerry!
And he gets a
ramp
lock.
shot too.
This is top level pinball.
I just got a little bit excited.
That was
Did it move?
gnarly.
It moved.
It moved.
All right, let's
That was
see
a
if we
boom.
can do what Stone didn't.
The thing
Now-
is, there's
but
so
we
many
can't see what the
booms here.
value is because we can't see the back.
These pop
the back,
bumpers are the most dangerous
glass.
part of the game because it does that.
Oh!
It's like Nostradamus. I'm sorry, Jerry. I didn't mean to do that to you, but those
Can you
pop
steal
bumpers do
locks?
that. They
Greg,
just-
with the prescient call, indeed, that feed sends
Yeah,
it
why
to
did
the
you
right
curse him,
pump.
Greg?
He didn't curse him. He just let us know it was going to happen, and it did. Eric Stone does a little shimmy.
that's
He's miffed. He's miffed because Sab took him out, you know. So now he's cursing him.
Oh, he did a little shatsy there.
Didn't Sab was the one that knocked you out?
No, he played
Greg?
great. I'm not miffed.
No,
Good
I
for
know.
him. All right, locks lit. No, basically,
Beefs that a little bit.
I lost to Jerry by like a couple million on X-Men and Elvis. He just outplayed me. Jerry's a beast.
What's he doing?
He's trying to post it over so we can get that.
Man, you just shoot under the thing and spin the ball, you know. See?
I don't think Eric Stone needs transporter lessons from
Man,
you.
they're
so-
really making the left ramp easy.
Well, the thing is, the game's not getting played as much as it was, so
Oh,
these
so it's
flippers are
cooled
stronger
down.
now.
All right,
Okay.
second
I'm like,
second
making
ramp
it
is
look
lit
fake.
again.
Did
The
it
multi-ball's
not?
ready. The multi-ball's ready now.
That's from the
Alright.
VUK on the right.
Oh, what was that,
did he do
Stone?
I don't understand.
Can he start the multi-ball with the left ramp?
No, but it will.
Yeah,
he
Start
ha-
it right now.
He has to hit
Green-
that shot
see
on
the
the
green
right.
arrow on the right?
Oh,
Yeah.
He got in
That
in
was-
there.
that
the
was a
left
close
is
one.
flashing too.
Why is he shooting? He's confused, dude. He doesn't know he can start it right now.
no, he's doing something for a reason. He sees it's lit.
No, he doesn't know.
No,
See,
he
look
knows.
at that.
He knows. He's building. He wants to build up the value or something. He knows
No,
what
no.
he's doing.
It doesn't.
I'm gonna go over and ask him.
He's looking now. Oh, yeah, Zen's right. He just caught his mistake.
Yeah, I'm
Zen's
like,
right
why
here.
is he trying to? He thought he had to shoot one more ramp lock to lock one more
Stone
ball.
was busy
Yeah,
doing
you're
his
right.
grunting thing, and it was
So
distracting
this
him.
means Sab won't get his, right?
I'm not sure how that works. I mean, it certainly means he's gonna.
It
have to
unlocks the
relock
balls, yeah.
but
All right.
It'll still be lit.
See, so this strategy is something I had
We'll
no
have to
idea
relock the balls.
about. But you see, it
Oh,
that
it doesn't.
was
That didn't seem
unfortunate.
to spot letters. Maybe I was imagining that, but see if he can pick them
Well,
off.
you got to hit the bowl to spot the letters, right?
I thought so, but it didn't do anything when he hit it. So
Nope.
This game is ugly, but it's not as stupid.
I
as
kind of
thought
like
it
that.
was.
no,
monster
yeah, you
on
know,
the
it's redundant, but it's
flippers
actually
right
a
there,
cool
dude.
game. It's a
I mean,
skill-intensive
All the
game.
games from this era are kind of redundant, you
Beef.
know, more or less. So can't hold that against.
Wow, all the way up and down.
I learned more about this game from in the
There
booth
we
than
go.
if I had known, I would have been playing in
It. I mean, that's the
qualifying.
nice thing about the booth. You learn this stuff, and so do all the people out in booth and out in Twitch land. Oh boy. All right, so now he's got to hit that drop. A little early
that
there.
was a little miss, yeah.
So what's he gonna do here? Just go for the bowl
Shoot the
again?
bowl.
right?
Yeah, I want to see.
Oh
Oh, it
no,
doesn't
it
do
fed
it.
back to the flipper, which is good because he wanted
There
to
we
hit
go.
that, which he did. Now he's
What's
working.
the value going to be?
Probably like 2 or 3
plenty.
million.
Yeah. All he's
can't
got to
see
do
the
is hit
back
those
glass.
3. Oh, he still has
Why
to hit
did he
that one on
do
the
that?
left.
Oh, he's pissed. The first person to get the jackpot has a huge advantage because it resets.
Oh, he's pumping the value up?
No, he's.
Oh, he's close now. He just needs one
Is
target.
it timed? Is it
One
timed?
target? No, it's not. He just needs that target on the right.
Oh, a little.
Use the other flipper stone. Boom! Jackpot!
Boom!
That is probably going to be no less than 2 or 3
Look
million.
at him shaking his head around like he's having an aneurysm.
Man, that really.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, I was a little bit overbearing.
Does it tell you
It was
jackpot?
only 1 million. Sorry,
Wow,
I just
Can
assumed.
he get another one now?
Yes, of course.
Do it over and
He's
over.
always got one more target left. He's got to reset them though. I think you have to hit them in reverse order to go back to the jackpot. So before it has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now
Why
you have
did
to
he
do
just
it.
hold that ball up there?
See, now he's going back to the spinner thing. This is the part I'm not picking up on. Him and Josh were doing this, and it's unclear to me the reason. Now they're switching to the
Does that
toilet bowl.
increase the value of the jackpot?
We're gonna have to ask him afterwards. I don't really know, but all of a
I'm
sudden,
gonna go look at the back glass to see what the value's at.
Thanks. Our roving reporter Zen is going to wander over to the game and find out what the jackpot value is right now. Is that another jackpot? No.
but again, Stone crushing Transporter,
he's
feeling very
crushing it.
good about this game.
He's crushing it. We're all getting free chowder.
Dude, don't ever count out the Jerry ball.
Jerry's got to. He's gonna have
It's
to.
bad
win.
etiquette in the booth too.
I know
Legend.
that, but I'm just. It's obvious that Jerry's gonna have to
You know
beat
as-
him on one of these
you
non-Jerry
You know
games.
as well as I do, he's gonna go to Old Chicago, double roll it, and force a game 5, even if he loses.
And
this
what's game 5 gonna be? Dread?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably Dread. And you know what? Jerry has a lot of experience on Dread. Last time Stone played it, he got like $2 billion.
I'm not counting Jerry out of this game.
I'm not
Legend.
counting him out either, but it's.
Jerry's been kicking my ass for 8 years. If anybody can do it,
is
it's
this
him.
another jackpot now? Man, he is just destroying this game. It's like watching an autopsy on something that's still alive. He's looking at. What's my name? He's looking at.
Oh, there's a target, but it didn't cash.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. He's
Tim
trying
was
to
telling
line
us in the
boxing.
text chat about that target, and I haven't actually seen that many people use it. But I imagine since he shot the
What,
toilet
that
bowl,
stand-up?
he shot the toilet bowl enough times in the multi-ball, it should be worth $1 million right now. But maybe it has to be done afterwards. I don't know. As simple as this game is, its rules are slightly confusing after the jackpot. I don't. But he's almost got lock lit again. He's got bonus X maximized. And I know Zen is very confident in himself in this game, but I don't think anyone else was putting up like 5 or 6 million every time they played it. So this is certainly an impressive
It's easy to
feat.
be confident when you're not playing. I'll just put it that way.
All right, the lock's lit.
A little
Little
late there.
late. Oh, nice dig.
Oh.
Stone feeling good about that ball too.
What kind of bones are you gonna have? A couple 100,000?
Multiplied,
oh
yeah.
wow, 400 almost.
We got Sexton here to give us the rules. Did I put him on speaker?
Sure.
So Tim, I don't think they could hear you through the phone,
They'll
but
be up to. All right, we got special guest Tim Sexton here who's gonna give us a little rules.
Okay, the multi-ball is meaningless. It's a full strategy. You slowly grind out points. All the points are in shooting the toilet bowl.
And getting the target to
above
$1 million.
The scores on the display, you raise the transporter value, which is that big, like, triangular tube that woman's standing in.
Yeah, on the left.
Once
What-
you do that, you hit that random target next to the ramp
Oh,
for
this
1
game-
million points. You can do that over
So-
and over again.
but so
And
far,
the
so
jackpot is only 1.5 million. It'll never
So-
get
so
higher.
far-
You just always want to go toilet bowl million.
so far Stone's reign of dominance on it does not do that. He just jackpots out over and over again. He's been doing it nonstop. Like he gets a jackpot every multi-ball and plays like 5 a
I mean,
game.
it is hard to argue with results, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's taking an hour, and if Sab wants to win, just post that to the left, shoot toilet bowl until it's $1 million, shoot target, and then that's all my sanctum.
All
So-
right. Hey, thanks for the.
But
Thanks for
wait,
the.
before you go, if you get the jackpot, do you know if they have to shoot the targets again in reverse order to relight the jackpot again? Because
See the value?
there seems to be something where once you get the jackpot, the targets are reversed. And
Do you know? Basically, he wants to know in Greg speak. How do you get a second jackpot in your multi-ball after you get the first?
I have no idea. It's
Okay. Also, what are the next 3 Stern games, Tim Sexton? The next 3 Stern games.
Bye, Tim. Thank you.
Game 2 is actually now first, and then game 1.
All right. Thanks for the help.
All right.
Keep watching
All
the
right.
stream, and we'll
back
talk to you soon.
Back to commentary.
Live report
That
from
was
Tim
a that was a
Sexton.
special appearance by Tim Sexton. Not sure if you guys could hear
I'm
it
sure
over
they
the
could
phone.
hear that. They could hear it.
But Jerry's gonna have a shot here at coming back,
Good chat,
5
Tim.
million down. He needs to win this game to take the lead. Otherwise,
Is this ball 3?
this is game 3.
No, is this ball
This is ball
3?
3.
All right.
Nice Nice control for the
look at
backhand on
that.
the multi-ball.
Backhand
That was
to
nice.
start the multi.
Backhand
That
on the
was
fly,
beautiful.
like,
I'm not sure it was intentional, but it was pretty anyways.
Jerry, that's an
So look,
old
he waits.
classic.
See, he does it like I did. See how he waited till the second ball kicked
Yeah, but
out?
according to Tim, it doesn't matter. You're maxing out
Oh,
this
he
thing at
missed.
1-5.
Well, Tim was saying the only thing to do is do something that Henderson and Stone were not doing at all. So I think there's a
Right.
conflict of interest in decision making here.
Do I hear talks about jackpot raising on this?
how do you raise the
Tim already
jackpot?
explained it to us. he
what
laid
is
it out.
Because we spent a half hour with the glass off last
You're
night.
gonna have to watch the Twitch stream. I can't tell you, but Tim just explained it
million.
in detail on the
You
stream
can grind,
via phone.
yeah, you can grind the
He just
toilet
got a
bowl
million
and you shoot the target instead of doing anything else. But Stone just getting jackpots over.
Yeah,
and
it seems to
over
be working
$5
okay
million
for
though, right?
Stone.
No, he got 3 million before.
Well, the first one, right?
Yeah, but this one was only $1 million. So.
All right, Jerry's in multi-ball.
Oh,
Let's see
he
if he
missed
can
it.
get it.
Why did he do that?
Let's see if he can get
All right,
himself a
Jerry-
jackpot.
Jerry-
Oh, there's very
There we go,
nice.
I like that.
Backhands that.
Jerry can easily make a wave here with this jackpot if he
Oh,
can
boy.
complete it. Nice
That
little
was nice.
pass over.
Nice
tip.
little tip over.
Beautiful.
All right. Oh, it didn't count.
Like rioting sports fans, he tips that one over. Beautiful. Misses it again. You know, he really should hit that drop
That's
target.
weird. Didn't he hit it? I swear he hit
No, he keeps hitting above it.
Oh, there it
boy, that
goes.
sucks.
All right,
All right,
so
back to
right back
square
to the
one.
drawing board.
Shoot the bowl.
Oh, Jerry's
Later, Jim.
Jerry's shooting some shade at this game. Look at that
And
expression.
that was
on
Jim
his face.
Swain,
Oh,
our tournament
he
director
got
and
the special,
organizer,
though.
All right.
He could have won that.
putting on a
Totally
great
won
show
that.
here. Pintastic. All right, so Eric Stone takes the lead 2-1.
Time to go to a classic.
We're gonna be heading
game
to
four.
Old Chicago
You
if I
think
had
it's
to
old
bet.
Chicago? Yeah, what happened? Hey, just come over here and give it to us live. Just come over here and say it into the mic while we wait for them to move this thing around.
We got our
right,
roving
The
reporter,
hulking Howard
Levine.
Levine.
We've got the Middletown Maniac. Where are you from?
Yeah, Middletown.
All right, we got the Middletown Maniac Howard Levine coming in to give us an update on the bronze match between Jay Steinberg and Joshua Henderson.
Yep, it's your bronze match reporter here. It is 2-1, Josh Henderson, and they're up on X-Men.
All right.
All right.
Was
Henderson.
Dolly Parton
Who picked
and-
it? Did Josh just lose game 3 and pick X-Men?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Howard Levine.
Yep, you got it.
Cheers.
Guys. Keep up the good work.
And keep us posted on what happens there to see if he wins that or doesn't win it to force game 5.
Score.
It's 2-1, Josh.
I mean, on X-Men.
Hello, Scott.
They just started that X-Men game. All right, our producer and host Mark is moving the camera around to whatever classic Jerry Sab is picking.
Beam me up, Bally.
Sab trying to win this to force a game 5, which my guess would be Judge Dredd or maybe Elvis.
That'd be fun.
Stone's not going to pick an old game.
Swivel his hips like the king, you know.
Can anybody stop Eric Stone? Can it be done?
Yeah, I think Jerry can blow up any game that he picks, and we could have a meaningful game 5 to decide it all. And, certainly Stone's run at IFBA and then Pinvasion and now here proves that he is just a
He's the real
truly
deal.
genuinely
I'm starting
consistent.
to think he might be the real deal. When he won his first 13 tournaments in a row, I thought maybe it was a fluke. He comes out of nowhere, he wins 13 tournaments in a row. You know, anybody can do that just if you put together a couple things,
Well,
things don't go your way.
As a wise man once said, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
And who hasn't he beat? He's beaten everybody.
Raymond.
Coming to Pintastic 2018, the vendor hall is now closed. So free play is still open till 2 p.m.
The vendor hall is now closed. GTFO. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. But hopefully they're not going to cut the power and they will let us finish this championship match.
Yes. The privilege of volunteering in the booth or being still in the tournament is you get to
Special.
stay extra late as this grind of a pinball tournament goes on.
What are they going to?
Bobby or Powerball. I like that.
So even though
Sab.
Jerry loved Old Chicago, he might have seen Stone beef the Powerball to Henderson last round.
All right, this is Bobby or Power Play. It has a Powerball
Good
in it.
awareness from
It's super
Sab.
fast.
Meaning that the ball does not go into the scoop as often as it should, which is the entire
says Bobby
purpose of the
or
game.
Powerball.
It also bricks the targets more, which is it's already a bally, so they brick a lot.
But Stone had a very, very good tactic. He was holding the right flipper up and it was guiding right to a left trap. Nobody else was doing that on the returns, and I think it could be.
You mean it was skiing over?
No, it's holding the upper right flipper and it was going right to a left bottom trap. When the ball comes
Bobby
back
Orr?
down on the right side,
You mean
hold
through,
the flipper
through the
up,
alley.
just hold the flipper up,
And
and
it
it
would
was
roll
tipping
over
right
to
to a
the
left trap.
Okay.
And that could be the difference in this entire game.
Well, Jerry's going to be watching him. He might pick up on that trick.
Jerry doesn't copy people. Jerry's his own player.
Jerry
I've never
just
seen Jerry as
fabs
a
out.
mimic. I don't think he's the type of guy.
That's good. I like that. Too many people copying too many other people in this sport. All right.
I've adapted some levy into my gameplay. You know?
You can take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, but don't be afraid to have faith in yourself in these pinball games.
Oh yeah.
All right. Jerry Sabb steps up, stares down the Bobby Orr.
See, there's the power ball.
Yeah,
on the
power
back
ball.
glass.
All right, so that rollover up.
that
Oh
wasn't
boy,
nice.
that's trouble already.
He
right
tried
off
to
the
do it
bat.
and it didn't work. The rollover up top that you see there, which you can get on the
Nails that
plunge,
shot,
will
which
put.
is
Just going
not
up top.
easy.
We'll raise that
Oh, in the
saucer
hole.
to block
Give
the
him
middle
some
drain.
love. Make his post go up.
There's the 2x on the fly, a
So
little
he's just
deep.
going up top. He's not going for drops.
Exactly. That's the
So
Up
once
top
you
all
get
day.
your bonus up, then you go for
Oh,
drops.
he's not getting any love,
That's
though.
a missed move.
He's
though.
not getting
All
any
right,
love
there's
from
there's
that.
another target.
Nice
Look at
shot,
that.
ups.
Nailed it.
All right, he's
Oh,
holding
yeah.
it out.
Oh,
He did do it.
Yeah,
right,
he's
just
doing.
like you said.
Maybe he
Nailed
that
it.
was
There
in
we
his
go.
arsenal
That's
as
what
it
I wanted
was.
to see.
Am I wrong?
Well,
I think you
That's a
should
boom.
go for drops.
Nah, I think
No,
it's
no,
too
maybe once your
dangerous.
bonus is
Once
up,
you get
yeah.
that thing built up huge.
Yeah,
once you
once your
have
bonus is
5x.
up. But it's
Oh.
all right. That's going to give him about
Jerry
another
showing
18,000,
45,000.
Not great.
Not great, but I've seen worse
Yeah.
for sure. But
He
here
had it
comes
all
Eric
lit
Stone.
there. If he would have hit one more shot, that would have been nice. And
All right, gets the hole.
Jerry,
2x.
Jerry Bernard 3 for 3.
Oh, another hole, and it doesn't usually go in there so frequently, but
There's
Stone
another
getting some
one.
love.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Look at all this skill. I'm blown away.
On the fly, raises the.
Oh, nice little tap
And
pass.
Zen
over.
sends
Marcus
Mark
to bow
packing.
out.
If only Zen were playing right now, we'd see real
Wow,
skill.
he's struggling with
Look
those
at that.
taps. Boom!
Nice.
Oh, a little
Making
bit
it look-
early.
You just boomed a beef?
I thought he had.
It's in the memory. It's in honor of Stone. You know, he likes booming the beef.
Greg's getting a little punchy in the booth here.
No, I didn't think he was going to beef that one, but he goes back in the
and
hole.
More hole.
And everything is going right for Stone, even on his errant misses.
If you can hole out, it's
You got to put the pole in the hole. Uh-oh.
Oh, the pole in the hole,
He
says
wasn't
Levy.
worried there.
All right.
literally that's a method.
Stone's yelling at us.
Stone talking to us? No, he's talking
Talking
to
about
Bowden.
on the opposite side.
You know, this player cam has shown me that Stone is like very easily distracted mid-game. I don't
Stone's
know.
a ham. He
That's why
likes.
he's good.
He
He
knows.
doesn't
He's,
have to
oh,
pay.
all right.
man,
You know, that's not going to give him
41,000.
too much of a lead actually over Sab.
13,000?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm telling you guys, I think
He should have.
dropping out
I think
is-
once you got some bonus.
I
Nah,
think
watch
you
if
just
either
drop
one of these
out
guys does
and-
their
and
strat
bonus
to
follows you.
perfection. There's nothing else that
What
beats
I
it.
would do is drop out and hope that it goes into the
That sucks.
saucer.
Nothing. A whole lot of nothing
Yeah,
there.
that was not fortunate.
A little early.
There we go. Oh,
Struggling
look
to
at that.
get
Can't even
control.
get love, dude. That's not nice.
This is a can of worms, my friend.
Oh.
Not good.
Ball 2, and Stone has a chance to pad his lead and possibly win the tournament.
Yeah, Stone thinking
That's
walk off right
unfortunate.
here. Wow, he's having another one of his patented aneurysms.
It works for him.
Did you
dude.
say no
He's
beef?
yelling.
Yeah, he's
said
yelling
chicken,
about
no
beef.
beef.
Real doobies.
Uh-oh. Oh, it stayed put with that upper right flipper. Scoopy, in the poopy.
Great minds think alike. Right
Yeah, we're
there.
all trying to come up with catchphrases here.
Poopy poopy in the scoopy. That's
Poopy,
his new,
poopy, in the
that's the new
scoopy,
stuff.
baby.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I know.
Oh!
Oh!
The beef
Mental error. That was user
Drop
Eric,
kick.
my friend.
Yes, user Eric.
Player
Leaves the
Eric
door
right
open
there.
for Sab. All right, let's see Sab
All right,
do it once.
anybody's game.
Well, it's not anybody's game. Sab needs to do some
He
work
needs that
just
rollover.
to force
Come
a ball
on.
3.
Oh, look at that. Was not nice at all, dude.
Oh boy.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ. All right.
Tensions
Oh
are high.
shit, Jesus Christ. You heard it right here from Zen.
Oh, he made-
Oh, it doesn't get it
man.
quite all the
He's
way
been on
up.
the left.
Oh man.
no.
Oh,
Shoot the drops. Come on.
Maybe it's the flag of a
And
Canada
one of our-
that's getting-
Oh, it's all over.
Eric
Winning yet
Stone.
another tournament is Eric
the
Stone.
repeat winner of Pintastic.
Another
New
fluke
England.
win by the New Englander.
And Zen, can we ask you to stand up momentarily while we interview Eric Stone very quickly as he's won?
You stand up.
I don't know. I've been in the booth the whole time. I want to
Stone, get in here.
Great
All right,
job
we got
from Jerry
Eric.
Bernard.
Chowder tonight.
Chowder! We all got chowder, baby!
Well done. Well done.
We're all eating
pinball, too.
All right, have a quick seat here.
First off, Eric, congratulations on another strong showing. A second win for you for Pintastic right after a second win from Pinvision. Congratulations. How does it feel, buddy?
Oh man, it's amazing.
I mean, you're on fire and you're doing everything right.
Disney World?
You made a transporter look like a toy.
Yeah.
Nice work, man.
All right, I'm just going to ask you straight up. Okay. Can anybody stop Eric Stone?
Yes, lots of people can.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Sooner or later, someone's going to beat him. Stone gets lucky again and takes another tournament.
What?
Congratulations.
You get no chowder.
So with Bobby Orr there, I thought when it was going in the scoop, it would multiply the bonus more, but it never seemed that either of you got 3x.
You got to get
it.
No, you need the 4 drops on either side. But it's so risky shooting those drops. I just wanted to shoot the scoop. I think it goes up to 15,000 when you hit it enough times.
What's next for Eric Stone?
And it raises
Pinburg.
Yeah, Pinburg, I believe.
Pinburg.
Yeah.
Are you on the wait list? Or
I'm
you
on the
in?
waiting list.
You'll get in, buddy.
Something. But
Just show up and you'll be.
So we're all having lobster rolls tonight, right?
So
I think you said you were buying us all lobster rolls.
No, lobster rolls.
Here is the presentation.
Oh, here we go.
Of the trophy. Look at this fucking thing.
Is this a boom?
Wow. Is this a boom? Boom. Try holding it. Boom. Congratulations to Eric Stone. You really kicked ass. You really made it look easy. And
it didn't feel easy.
well, congratulations.
Really exciting finals, really well played.
Yes.
And
Josh Henderson, amazing player. Bob, Matt, everybody.
And
Great
we're gonna
weekend,
drink
and-
some G Fuel and vodka out of this thing later, if Eric doesn't mind.
You lived in Massachusetts at one point, right?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
And
so
I'm
this
actually
is like
on
home
my way
turf.
back up. Yeah, this is kind of like my home.
Yeah, the hometown hero takes another one. Congratulations, Eric Stone.
Hey, thanks very much, guys.
Go over there and get your money.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. On Tilt, Mark, the guy running this, did a great job with the production, the camera rig, everything was awesome. See you guys all soon at a beef near you.
Good work. And thanks again to Mark for putting this together.
Yeah, I'll sign off.
Hey guys, this is Mark here. I've been running production behind the stream for the past couple of hours, I could say. I just want to say Pintastic was awesome. My commentators were just insanely great and funny, and thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope they really, stepped it up for you guys. And I want to shout out to Pintastic for holding this tournament and inviting everyone out, letting these players play, as well as the Sanctum. Jim and Mark, you guys did an amazing job as tournament directors and asking me to come out and helping you guys stream. I gave it my all, and I hope that you guys on stream and the players saw it too. So I just want to say until next time, you guys can catch me back in Portland. I'll be streaming, but for the next tournament, we'll see. It'll be posted. So thank you guys. You have a wonderful weekend. And again, shout out to chat. I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I just want a special shout out. I said it to Dead Flip via a private message, but I wouldn't be able to stream this tournament with all these rigs and how complicated it was without that man's help. So thank you so much. Sheep Walla, you are awesome. Thanks for the follow right at the end. You guys rock. You have a wonderful time. I have to break all this shit down, so I'm going to go and start doing that. Love you guys. Have a good night.